the Christmas party doesn't go too late.
I mean, you also duck out whenever.
Because moms be tired.
Well,
Yes.
I did have just a little too much of my drinky drink last night, celebrating the fact that I'm on vacation this coming week. And I slept till 9.
Oh.
Don't rub that in for Michelle. She's been up since 5.
Yeah.
Ooh, good gravy.
I slept till like 11 today.
Well, Samantha has been on vacation since Monday.
I know. I've been
Yeah,
And I don't
vicariously
go back to work until January 4th.
we know.
Oh my
I get-
god.
Technically, I start vacation.
I'm sorry, in one
tomorrow-
ear I'm listening
on
to the
Monday.
verses and they're playing twerk music right now. So Christmas twerk. Hey.
Can you imagine
Walter's
James
got a
Caan
good minute.
twerking? That's fun.
No, I don't want to imagine that at all.
Who twerking?
James
James
Caan, the guy
Caan,
that
who plays
played
Walter.
Walter Hobbs.
Go
I love
on.
it.
Okay, okay, if it was like Sonny Corleone days, yeah, totally
Oh,
fine.
yeah,
Now,
And then,
no.
just for fun, we had a capybara.
yeah.
You gotta add the capybara. Got to.
They're
Okay.
adorable.
So, all right. I have put us on the YouTubes. Let's get ready.
So professional.
Yeah. Hashtag we trying.
Is
Oh,
the
it's
link
House of Effort.
somewhere? So,
I will get it right now. Thank you for
so I can share it.
Of course. So let me put it in the group chat. Okay. And
Oh, sexy unicorn.
yeah. Hey Ginger, if you can Ginger, while I'm getting this started, can you put your the links for donations in the Zoom chat, and then I'll put them into YouTube and everything else.
Sure. Let me get
Thank
that
you.
going.
All right, so while you do that, I'm going to get this thing started. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are the Not Ready for Quarantine players, and we are doing ELF tonight. And this is to benefit our giving tree, which is going to go to a queer family in need here in the city of St. Louis. We've already raised, is it still $290, Ginge, or have we increased?
We're sitting at 290, y'all.
We're sitting at $290. There are multiple avenues to donate that you'll see on all of our socials and within the YouTube live stream as well. Give if you can, and please, because it is the holiday season, y'all. It is the season of giving. But we're also here to 300 now. Wow. Literally while I was talking. So yeah, so this is our only actual script read this month. Thank you to everyone who watched our Star Trek episode on the Untucked Telethon, where they crossed the $30,000 threshold during our I'm not saying that we helped bring this to $30,000, but I'm not saying it, you know?
I'm not saying it.
But I'm not nuts.
It happened.
But I'm thinking it.
Oh, I'm thinking it real hard. So yeah, but tonight's like basically our office Christmas party. We're all ready for this. We're all ready to get drunk and make mistakes.
And get drunk.
What mistakes are you making at home?
And I met at an office Christmas party, dear.
At home.
The only mistake I can see is that you hook up with a coworker, and I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, not in this group.
Right now.
How would that work since we're all on Zoom?
Right. I don't know.
Can we just like headcanon hooking
What do you
up
mean?
with
How
each
does that
other?
work?
Cyber.
You know, like Obsessed. You know, Obsessed with Idris Elba and Beyonce
And
Ali
Ali
Wong is
Larter.
the crazy
So
one.
good.
Yeah, that's the
This
only
is a
mistake I can
children's
see.
show.
Oh
This is
yeah,
for
yeah,
kids
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That's why we're going
Man.
to see from here up on me. Here down is for after.
Okay, so
Anyway,
since I have totally lost control 10 minutes in per the norm, let's introduce our cast for tonight. In the role of Buddy the Elf, this is total typecasting for most of the people tonight. We have
Absolutely.
Kelsey back.
yay.
My favorite color is purple. What's your favorite color?
Red.
Rainbow.
Purple.
We know.
I am playing the love interest. I'm sorry, I just saw
Typecasting
Daniel.
yourself.
I don't know about that. Jovi. No, Ginger cast me for this one.
I did actually.
Because I'd never seen this before we agreed to do this. So I was like,
What?
Right.
yeah.
Which is insane to me.
Yeah, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Kelsey's even more mad because we worked at Blockbuster together, and it's like, how did you not see that in all the Christmases we worked together?
Because
Like,
I guess it was just on and we
piecemeal.
weren't paying attention. Yeah.
No, I was trying to upsell, as per our discussion this morning.
2 sodas, 2 candies, and a popcorn.
Corn. Yes. Playing Walter Hobbs, we got Samantha back. So good to see you, darling. In that
Thank
hat.
you.
Not
And
typecast.
I am 100% sure that I am not the father.
I am ready for that Maury run.
Daddy.
I'm so ready. In the role of Papa Elf, more typecasting, Sean's back with flour in his beard.
Hello, all. Ready for a good story?
Yay!
Come on, Bob Newhart. In the role of Santa Claus, we have Luke Seckington.
Shut up, 5's a 10 is speaking.
Anytime you can bring 30 Rock in, I'm here for it.
Ditto.
In the role of Emily, we have Michelle back.
Yay,
In-
Michelle.
Yeah,
Yay,
Michelle. More mom typecasting.
Yay!
In the role of Michael, we have Jonathan back.
Ha ha ha! Merry happy.
What is going on?
Our helpful elves, as in they're playing the various chorus castings in here. We have Ginger and Mona.
So many.
We're staying away from each other because each other.
Well, I was
Yeah, she
I
didn't
was
shower,
gonna
so
say,
she smells real bad.
But at least they're extras and they get speaking lines because
Yes.
ordinarily in the movie, if you don't get a line, you get less
get
money.
paid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's married bliss, and that's why y'all are. in
Wait, I'm
separate
sorry, we're
rooms.
getting money for this?
Wait, we're getting paid? You got paid?
Yeah, we did. You guys
Can I
did?
put this on my taxes?
First of all, Drew got voluntold that movie.
Kinda like Brianna gets
I like that.
voluntold.
Voluntold.
And
Yeah.
typecast as our narrator,
Right.
his brother Daniel. How is that type? You offer to narrate for us. I just want to point
I
that out.
know, but you said everyone was typecast, and I just wanted to get creative.
Okay, so we're already loosey-goosey, y'all, so there's probably gonna be more laughs with this one than normal, and I'm really paying attention to the chat tonight as well, so problems. But if everyone is ready, Brother Daniel, take us away.
If everyone's ready, Brother Daniel.
I did not mean it like that.
Close up. A modern-looking Christmas book entitled Elf. The Christmas book sits on a table. A drawing of 6'2" Buddy the Elf, the guy we've seen from all the trailers and the posters, is on the cover. We push in on the book and it magically flips open to the first page, a drawing of small Papa Elf in his wonderful workshop. Shot of the interior of Papa Elf's workshop in the North Pole. The day we pull out from the book to reveal the real-life elf in the workshop of the drawing we've just seen. Papa Elf, 540 years old, or roughly 55 in human years, is surrounded by scores of strange and specific tools and some scattered half-built toys.
So you're here for a story. Okay, let me wet my whistle.
He pours himself a shot of milk in a snowflake shot glass and downs it.
Woo! That's strong. Must be almond milk. Elves love to tell stories. You probably didn't know that, did you? Well, there's a lot of things people don't know about us. For instance, we cannot tell a lie. It's physiologically impossible. Here's another interesting elfism. There are 3 jobs available for an elf. You could make shoes at night while an old cobbler sleeps, but it's not exactly the most rewarding work.
Quick cutaway to 2 elves hammering away at a pile of shoes as a fat shoemaker sleeps with a copy of Hot Cobbler magazine on his chest, a busty cobbler lady on the cover.
Oh, hey, that's me. I'm already fucking it up. Good times.
Page 3.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Lazy bastard couldn't even make a flip flop.
Exterior of the elf tree by day. On the exterior of the tree, we hear cooking going on the inside.
You could bake cookies in a tree, but it's dangerous having an oven in oak during dry season.
We hear a yelp, and now a siren rings, and then the tree bursts into flames. Damn, I didn't have that prepared. Elves are scurrying out. Inside Papa Elf's workshop, we see a continuous shot.
But the third job, well, the third job makes being an elf worthwhile. Some call it the show or the big dance. It's the profession every elf aspires to, and that's to build toys in Santa's workshop.
A tracking shot of Santa's workshop. The camera whips by a crowd of bustling elves, building dolls, toy horses, action figures, squirt guns, everything. There's even a row of Xboxes being assembled.
It's a job only an elf can do. Our nimble fingers, natural cheer, and active minds are perfect for toy building. They've tried using gnomes or trolls, but the gnomes drank too much and the trolls weren't toilet trained.
A drunk gnome, stein in hand, vomiting below the table. And then we see a troll wearing a diaper is chewed out by an elf cleaning up the floor.
And no human could ever do this work. Their hands are too big and they tend to get testy when overworked. In fact, no human has ever set foot in Santa's workshop. That is until about 30 years ago. And in case you haven't guessed it, that's our story. It was back in 1968, a particularly successful Christmas.
An interior of an orphanage by night. A Christmas tree flickers. A nurse changes a giggling 10-month-old baby's diaper.
You are quite the giggler, aren't you? Well, it's time for night-night.
She tucks the baby in and exits.
Merry Christmas, my angel.
Close up on the rocking crib. The baby rises, still giggling. His eyes light up as he stands, holding the gate of the crib. Santa's black boots drop in from the chimney. The baby shakes the gate. Quickly, Santa moves to the Christmas tree, where he lays out presents. There's an off-screen clang. Santa looks up and sees the baby's crib. The gate is down. From the baby's point of view, we see that he gleefully skitters across the floor toward a large, fuzzy teddy bear in Santa's big red bag. Fade to the interior of Santa's workshop. A bevy of elves with slightly larger 60s elf collars and sideburns celebrate another successful Christmas. Several elves start chanting for a speech. Santa, seated in his rocker, stands to applause. Merrily, he gestures for quiet.
All right. Well, we've had another successful year. Prancer was able to control his bladder over Baltimore, and we didn't forget Delaware.
A party horn blows. There's laughter. Santa cheerfully pats down with his hands for quiet.
And now, after a lot of hard work, it's time for a vacation, starting now.
Santa looks at his watch as 5 seconds click off. The elves all rest their heads on their elbows.
All right, vacation's over. Back to work. Time to start preparations for next Christmas. Don't form a union.
The elves cheer and get back to work when an off-screen cooing is heard.
What in the name of Sam Hill?
There's more cooing. Perplexed, Santa looks down to his bag just as a human baby, dressed only in a diaper, crawls out and smiles. Silence. The elves stare in awe at the strange visitor. An elf looks on the back of his diaper and sees the brand name Little Buddy Diapers.
Its name is Buddy. He must have...
Snuck it to your snuck it to your sack at the orphanage. What do we do, Santa?
Santa looks befuddled.
Santa had a decision to make, but fortunately, when it comes to babies, Santa's a pushover. So Buddy would stay with an older elf who had always wanted a child, but had been so committed to building toys he had forgotten to settle down. Yes, Buddy was raised by his adoptive father. My, how I love that boy.
There's a montage of Buddy growing up as an elf. A giant baby is wedged into an extra tiny crib. Super 8 home movie of Papa Elf holding a 2-year-old baby that's almost as big as he is.
Though Buddy grew twice as fast, he wasn't any different from any of the other little elves. I mean, not really.
Video footage of 7-year-old Buddy riding a really small tricycle around in circles at a birthday party with a laughing elf child on his back and another elf under his arm.
And though it is against the code of elves to lie, all agreed that until Buddy asks us, no one was going to bring up that fact that he was actually a human being.
A series of Polaroid photos show Buddy, 12, dunking a basketball over 3 elves. Buddy in elf school, wedged into a tiny desk. The elf teacher is pointing to the blackboard where the code of elves is written.
And before we learn how to build the latest in extreme graphic chipset processors, let's recite the Code of the Elves, shall we? Number 1.
Treat every day like Christmas.
Number 2.
There's room for everyone on the nice list.
And number 3, all together now.
We push in on Buddy as he recites.
The best way to spread Christmas cheer here.
Fucking terrible.
Exterior of an elf hockey pond on the current day. An announcer elf is on a megahorn doing play-by-play of an elf hockey team.
Loom Loom across the line, feeds it to Boom Boom. Behind the net, looking, feeds Blinky. Oh, wait! Rippo! No, correction, Wombo, I think, and oh no, here comes Buddy!
Quick cuts. A smiling Buddy pounds tiny elves into the boards with brute force. The elves are helpless. Buddy finishes this off with a wicked slap shot.
Oh, he scores! And it's 14-0 with 11 minutes left for the first period.
Interior of the elf locker room. Post-game, Buddy's in the locker room. Elves congratulate him and occasionally reach up to slap him on the butt.
Good game, buddy.
Thanks. Sorry about your shoulder pom-pom.
No sweat. It's just a collarbone.
They're all tossing their jock straps in the bin. Little elf jocks land, and then a huge one, proportionately the size of a large serving tray. It's Buddy's.
But as much as Buddy's was accepted by his friends and family, there were drawbacks to being a human in an elf's world.
Rapid fire. A dozen shots of Buddy slamming his face into doorways, beams, cabinets. These shots look shockingly painful.
Oh, jeez. Yikes. Golly. Charles Dickens. Son of a nutcracker.
Interior of Papa Elf's workshop by day. The finale, Buddy attempts to put a star on top of the semi-tall elf Christmas tree. But Buddy's pointy elf slipper gets hung up in an ornament. The elves step back, preparing for the inevitable. Buddy panics, wiggles his leg, and pulls the tree over on top of him, falling into the fireplace and engulfing in flames. Pom-Pom sprays him with a mini fire extinguisher.
And nowhere were Buddy's difference is more obvious than in Santa's toy shop.
Dissolved to the interior of Santa's workshop in the North Pole. We see an assembly line of elves making etch-a-sketches with wooden hammers. We pan finally to Buddy as an elf supervisor approaches.
Gee, I'm sorry, Ming Ming. I'm going to come in a little short on my quota today.
It's okay, buddy. How many etch-a-sketches did you get finished?
Buddy is about to answer, but then his face winces up, fighting back tears.
How many, buddy? It's okay. You can tell me.
Clearly tearing up now, Buddy sets his tiny wooden hammer to the side and reveals a box of toys.
I only made 85.
85? He may as well have said 0. The elves all look at each other.
Oh, don't worry about it, buddy. This is a great start. You only have 915 off pace.
Oh, why don't you just say it, Ming Ming? I'm the worst toy maker in the whole world. I'm a cotton-headed ninny muffins.
Oh, you're not a cotton-headed ninny muffins. We all have different talents, that's all.
Actually, it seems like everyone has the same talents, except for me.
That's not true. You have lots of talents, special talents, like,
Supervisor Elf looks around to the other elves for backup. They try to chime in.
You changed the batteries in the fire alarm.
You sure did. All triple A's, and in 6 months you'll need to check them again, won't he?
Yeah,
Everyone
and
agrees.
you're the only baritone in the elf choir. Without you, we'd sound like a bunch of, you bring us down a whole octave.
In a good way.
see? You're not a cotton-headed ninny muffin. You're extraordinary.
You know what? I'm sick of being extraordinary.
Upset, Buddy struggles to get his thighs out from under his desk and now runs off, tagging his head on the doorframe. Inside Papa's workshop, Buddy storms into his tiny house. Papa Elf looks up from his work, surprised. Buddy can't speak. He runs over and locks himself in the bathroom. Inside the bathroom, we see that it is absurdly small. Buddy squeezes in like Harry Houdini. The toilet is about the size of a big gulp cup. Buddy sits on it and starts to sob, washing his face in the tiny sink. We hear a knock, and we intercut with Papa Elf at the door.
Son, are you okay?
No way!
Buddy,
I'm sorry, Papa. May I please have some buddy time?
open up, son. I think we need to talk.
The door finally creaks open, revealing a funny wide shot of him squeezed into this box of a room. He wiggles out, still wiggling.
Come sit with your papa.
Papa sits on the couch, and Buddy sits on Papa Elf's knee. Papa Elf winces.
All right, let's hear it.
Well, everyone knows you're Santa's Master Tinker, and Grandpapa was Master Tinker before you, and Great Grandpa before him, and I'm supposed to follow in your footsteps, but I'm always letting everyone down.
Well, there's something I should probably tell you, buddy. It's a long overdue. You see,
What is it, Papa?
Papa Elf looks into Buddy's beautifully innocent eyes. He can't bring himself to do it.
I need your help on something. Up now, nice and ow. There we are.
Papa Elf leads Buddy through a door to reveal the most amazing sight Buddy has ever beheld. Santa's sleigh. A glow emanates from the hand-rubbed, red-lacquered wood chassis, illuminating the entire room.
Wow! Santa's sleigh! Can I touch it?
Touch it? You're gonna help me make it fly, buddy.
I thought the magical reindeer made the sleigh fly.
And where do the reindeers get their magic from?
Christmas spirit, everybody knows that.
Yes, but unfortunately, Christmas spirit is becoming a very limited resource.
What do you mean?
Buddy, as silly as it sounds, there are a lot of people down south who don't believe in Santa Claus.
What? Who do they think put their toys underneath the tree?
There's a rumor floating around that parents are putting them there.
Well, that's just ridiculous. There's no way parents could do all that in one night. And what about Santa's cookies? I suppose parents eat them too?
I know, but every year, less and less people are believing in Santa. And today we've got a real energy crisis on our hands. See how low the Clausometer is?
We see a gauge on the instrument panel of the sleigh, with Christmas spirit levels written and a needle resting in the dangerously low red section.
That's why I installed this little baby back in the 60s.
Papa pushes a red button, causing a jet engine to shudder with a high-pitched whir. Buddy is amazed.
Oh my gosh.
Watch your language, son.
Forgive me, Papa. What's that?
A Viper turbojet with 358 cubic meters of displacement, high volume air intake, and a customized spark timing. I know it's a little less magical, but everyone's still getting their wish. That's the important thing, right? Listen, the motor mounts are giving me some wiggle. Do you want to give the old man a hand?
Do I?
And just like that, father and son hunker down and tinker together. Dissolved to the interior of Santa's workshop. Toy testing the next day. We push past a tiny door marked testing. Elves everywhere are testing out toys. Buddy stands in front of a conveyor belt, pushing Jack in the Boxes past him. He turns the crank, producing the pop goes the weasel tune, and a puppet pops out, scaring him every time. Pop! And another one. Pop! This one doesn't pop for a beat. And then...
Ah! I'm gonna take 5, okay, Crumpet?
Okay.
We follow Buddy as he approaches an elf kitchenette. But before he enters, he stops, overhearing a few elves drinking cider and talking behind his back.
And that extraordinary bit, that was quick thinking.
Hey, I just feel bad for the guy. I just hope he doesn't get wise.
Hey, he's believed he was a real elf for this long, hasn't he?
We slam into a close-up of Buddy's shocked face. A quick series of flashbacks from Buddy's past occur. They flash before his eyes, not unlike the Sixth Sense. At the shoemaker, Buddy is painfully squeezing into new shoes. In bed, Buddy tosses and turns. 3 beds have been pushed together to make a human twin-sized bed. In the elf showers, Buddy is struggling to wash under a 3-foot-high shower head. The elf choir photo, only Buddy's waist is visible. He's cropped out. An exact replay of those rapid-fire shots of Buddy slamming his head into doorways, beams, and cabinets.
Jeez, yikes, golly, Charles Dickens, son of a nutcracker.
In the factory, he's seen tinkering with a Ken doll. Buddy moves the arms like his arms. Back on Buddy, queasy. His head spins as the camera circles him. The room spins, and Buddy's knees go weak. Pom-Pom hurries over, concerned.
You don't look so good, Buddy. Are you okay?
Buddy tries to speak, but instead collapses right on top of Pom-Pom, crushing him beneath his weight.
I'm okay, Buddy. Don't worry about a thing. I'm warm.
Interior of Papa's workshop 10 minutes later. Buddy wakes up from his sleep to find himself in Papa's workshop. The focus goes to Papa tending to his son.
Oh, I had a terrible nightmare.
What is it, Buddy?
I dreamt I wasn't an elf at all. I was human. Oh, it was awful. I'm not a human, am I, Papa?
I knew this day would come. You see, Buddy, I love you and nothing can ever change that. But the fact is, it wasn't a dream. You're not like the rest of us.
You mean I'm not an elf?
No, son, you're a human being.
No wonder I'm always freezing.
We decided it was best to let you think you were one of us.
But I thought elves can't lie.
We can't, but Buddy, you never asked. I thought for sure when you cracked 6 feet, it would come up.
I thought I had a glandular problem.
Your glands are fine.
So you're not my papa?
I'll always be your papa. It's just you have another papa too, a biological papa.
Papa Elf opens a drawer and shows Buddy a photo. A young couple are in love.
And I then proceeded to tell Buddy of how his father had fallen in love when he was very young with a beautiful girl named Susan Wells, and how Buddy was born and put up for adoption by his mother. and how she had later passed away. I told him his father had never even known Buddy was born. And most importantly, I told him where his dad was, in a magical land called New York City.
Papa Elf puts a snow globe in front of Buddy, showing the Empire State Building with the sign, New York City.
I feel confused and sweaty. I need some buddy time.
Buddy runs off.
Buddy? Buddy!
Exterior of the North Pole minutes later. Buddy runs and runs. He passes some animated animals, a rabbit, a raccoon, and a squirrel.
Hey, buddy, want to sing and pick snowberries?
Not now, Pepsi!
He passes by an animated snowman in the front yard of a toasty little cottage.
Oh, buddy.
Hey, Jim, what's wrong?
Oi, Gavolt, sorry, my back's out of line again. Do you mind cracking it for me?
Sure, Jim.
Buddy comes from behind him, squeezes, and then we hear a crack.
Oh, thank you, buddy. You've done me a mitzvah. That's so good. It's from all the standing. All day I stand. They never build me sitting down. Hey, why the long face, buddy?
Well, Jim, it seems I'm not an elf.
Of course you're not, you schlemel. You're 6'3" and had a beard when you were 15.
Papa says my real father's living in a magical place far away.
Oh, well, at least you had a father. I was just rolled up one day. I never had anyone to play catch with. Even if I did, I only have sticks for arms. Sticks, I say.
I guess I am pretty lucky after all.
You can't kvetch. I bet your dad'd be happy to see you. He'd hug you and never let you go. Wish I had a dad to hug. If I did, I only have sticks for arms.
I understand about your arms, Jim.
Do you understand about my arms? Well, I should do all the things I can't. Go see him, hug him, play catch, scratch your ass.
I will. I'm gonna go scratch my ass and then find my dad.
Inside Santa's workshop the next day, a triumphant swell of music as Buddy walks through the workshop for the last time. Each elf he passes says goodbye.
Bye, Choo Choo. Bye, Sunshine. Bye, Tinkle Winkle. Bye, Puffy. Bye, Flayed. Bye, Gail.
Santa steps into frame and puts his arm around Buddy.
Oh, so I hear you're going on a little journey to the big city.
Yeah, but I'm kind of nervous. Jim told me New York is really different.
Don't listen to Jim. It's inconceivable he would know anything at all about New York City with that accent. He's never been anywhere. He doesn't even have any feet. I've been to New York thousands of times.
Wow. What's it like?
Well, there's some things you should know. First off, if you see gum on the streets, leave it there. It's not free candy. Second, there are like 30 raised pizzas, and they all say they're original, but the real one's on 11. And if you see a sign for a peep show, it doesn't mean they're letting you look at presents before Christmas.
So much to remember.
Don't worry. Something tells me this trip is going to be good for you. It's time for my buddy here to spread his wings.
I can't wait. Me and Dad are going to go ice skating and eat sugar plums.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk about Talk to you about.
Tell me about it.
You see, buddy, your father, he's on the naughty list.
Fast push into the naughty list, landing on Walter Hobbs.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
My stomach hurts. It feels like evil.
Listen, buddy, some people, they get mixed up about what's important in life. That doesn't mean they can't change. Maybe your dad just needs a little Christmas spirit.
I'm good at that.
I know you are.
Papa Elf steps forward, trying to hide the fact that he's tearing up. He and Buddy embrace.
Love you, buddy. And I'll always be here for you. Now go on, get.
Yes, Papa. Bye, guys. I'll miss you. I really will.
Exterior of the North Pole at night. Animals wave as Buddy heads off into the unknown.
Bye, buddy.
Bye, lovable woodland animals.
Exterior of the North Pole. Buddy sits on an ice floe. He drifts along the cold sea through a haze, transitioning from the magic land of the North Pole to the real world. Exterior of the snowfield that the next day. Buddy trudges through a massive snowfield. Each step he takes goes down 5 feet deep. We dissolve to a series of scenes showing this epic struggle. He wears a beard of ice. Exhausted, Buddy considers leaving himself for dead, but uses his last ounce of strength to pull out the old photo of his father, Walter Hobbs. Interior of the Greenway Press, Empire State Building. Meanwhile, a large children's storybook publishing company. Large-sized book covers line the wall. Max the Big Blue Cat, The Adventures of Rabbit Gang and Pop, etc. This place runs like a well-oiled machine. A huge corner office says Walter Hobbs, editor. Interior of Walter Hobbs' office. Walter is the guy from Buddy's picture, only he looks a little older and a little meaner. A nun stands in front of Walter's large desk.
You're taking back the books?
Hey, you're the one who's behind on the payments. Don't try to make me out to be the bad guy here.
We're trying to get you the money, but it's been difficult to raise funding. The children are sponsoring another bake sale next month. That should help.
See, there's your problem. You can't expect a bake sale to make solid cash these days. Places like Dunkin' Donuts and Cinnabon are expanding their product base with alternative breakfast and dessert items. Even Starbucks carries baked goods. You guys really need to start thinking out of the box. It's called capitalism. Miss Peters, if you can't stand the heat, move to Canada.
But the children love the books.
You don't need to tell me that. I made them. I'm the one who ran the focus groups.
Deb, the secretary, pokes her head in.
Mr. Hobbs, your 2 o'clock is here.
Would you please use the intercom? We talked about this.
Do you want me to use it now? I mean, I already told you.
Walter purposefully ignores her. Deb leaves the frame, and now we hear her on the intercom.
Mr. Hobbs, your 2 o'clock is here.
Got it. Tell you what, I know how much this book means to your kids over there. I'll give you a 3-week extension.
Well, bless your heart.
If I were you, I would stay away from perishable goods. Think consumer services. That's hot right now.
Meanwhile, in Canada, Buddy is halfway there. He's now clearly in the real world. He walks through a choppy, muddy, snowy terrain past a rusted propane tank. A real live raccoon crosses his path. Buddy acts like it's a cartoon.
Hey, what's your name? I'm Buddy.
Buddy corners the raccoon, trapping it, trying to be nice. It hisses like crazy, but Buddy is undeterred.
Sounds like someone needs a hug.
He lunges forward. Like lightning, the raccoon bites Buddy in the face.
Ha! Nutcrackers!
Exterior of a highway that day. Buddy walks along the highway, looks up, then stops in his tracks. We reveal a sign that says New York City, Lincoln Tunnel. His eyes light up. Exterior of Manhattan in the morning. We see Buddy timidly inch his way through the Lincoln Tunnel along the walkway, pressed up against the wall while traffic roars by. Like a stray cat, Buddy dodges through traffic. His feelings of wonder are starting to be replaced with fear. He exits to the side of the towering skyline of New York City, with the sun breaking over it. He sees the Empire State Building, then looks at his snow globe.
Whoa!
The exterior of Midtown Manhattan later. Buddy is caught up in the rhythms of the street and begins noticing the mundane details of this new world with amazement. Traffic lights, steam, scaffolding. A wide shot of the exterior of Times Square. Buddy attempts to greet a sea of people, but New Yorkers ignore the guy in the elf suit.
Hi!
No response.
Happy afternoon!
No response.
Salutations!
A woman tries to hail a cab, and Buddy waves back. Buddy looks up in awe At the animated billboard on the Lehman building, a guy bumps into him.
Hey, why don't you watch your ass, buddy?
Since the snowman already told him to scratch his ass, Buddy nods and sticks his butt out and looks at it. Buddy runs around and around a revolving door and loving every moment. A sign at a crappy diner, world's best cup of coffee. Buddy is excited and enters. The jaded staff stares at him blankly.
Wow! The world's best cup of coffee! You did it! Congratulations to all of you!
Gum on the ground. Yum! Buddy picks it up, plays with it, and then pops it in his mouth and chews with a smile. Now his face suddenly changes. Two guys are handing out different flyers. Buddy is given one. He looks at it, then in Marx Brothers-like fashion, hands it to flyer guy number 2. Flyer guy number 2 takes it, then gives Buddy one of his own flyers. This delights Buddy, who now repeats the cycle. A dog walker picks up some dog crap with a newspaper. Buddy sees some other crap on the sidewalk, grabs some newspaper and picks it up. Buddy walks right behind the man and offers it to him to be helpful. We reveal the Empire State Building. Buddy holds up his Empire State Building snow globe and compares the skyscraper to his toy one.
Yeah.
Interior of Walter Hobbs' office. The Puppy and the Pigeon book is in Walter's hands. A printer faces him.
A reprint. Do you know how much that's gonna cost?
The whole pages are missing. The story makes no sense.
You think a kid is going to notice 2 pages? All they do is look at the pictures.
Interior of the elevator. Buddy gets in with a bunch of Republican-looking people. He's whistling really loud and happy, confusing them. Another passenger gets on. An accountant says, "Can you press 67, please?" Unsure of what may happen, he pushes 67 and the number lights up.
Hey, that's pretty.
Like lightning, he presses all 75 buttons.
Look at that!
Quick cuts. The elevator doors open and close floor by floor. No one is smiling except for Buddy. Interior of Walter Hobbs' office. Walter and the printer continue.
How the hell did this happen anyways?
Well, you signed off on all the final plates, and...
You know what? I don't need to know. Let's just get this solved.
Interior of Deb's desk. Deb stares deadpan at the elf in front of her desk.
Buddy the Elf here for a Walter Hobbs, please.
You look hilarious. Who sent you?
Papa Elf from the North Pole.
Papa Elf? That's rich.
Interior of Walter Hobbs' office. Walter and the printer continue.
You really think we should ship them?
No, I want to take a $30,000 bath so some kid understands what happened to a freaking puppy and a pigeon.
Oh, okay.
Ship them.
Oh.
Mr. Hobbs, it's me on the intercom.
Go ahead.
I think someone sent you a Christmas gram.
A Christmas gram? I don't have time for a Christmas gram.
Over Walter's shoulder, we see Buddy step into frame behind him. Sensing this, Walter slowly turns around.
Dad?
Looking nervous and excited, he adjusts his hat and vest.
Oh, all right. Let's get this over with.
We see a small crowd of people have gathered by the door to watch the supposed singing telegram.
I walked all day and night to find you.
Looks like you came from the North Pole.
That's exactly where I came from. Santa must have called you.
Yeah, I just got off my cell with them. So, go on.
Go on with what?
Are you going to sing a song or can I get back to work?
A song? Anything for you, Dad. Let's see. I'm here with my dad. I've never met him and he wants me to sing a song. I was adopted and you didn't even know I was born. But I'm here and I love you, Dad.
He hugs him.
Wow. That's weird. Usually you guys just put my name into a Jingle Bells or something.
It's me, your son. Susan Wells had me and didn't tell you, but now here I am. It's me, Buddy.
Susan Wells? Did you just say Susan Wells? What kind of Christmas gram is this?
What's a Christmasgram? I want one.
Deb, we may need to call security.
I already did.
Buddy leans in. You should do that again.
Right.
Deb, we may want to call security.
I already did.
Exterior of the street, 5 minutes later. 2 security guards have each of Buddy's arms and are frog walking him out the front doors and onto the sidewalk.
He runs a whole company. I bet he's a genius.
Must run in the family. I wouldn't come back here for a while if I were you.
Yeah, it seems like he may need some daddy time. You guys are strong.
Yeah, get lost.
I already am lost.
They throw Buddy's jingled hat at him and walk back inside.
Bye, Glenn. Bye, Chris.
Buddy picks up his hat, dusts it off, and then looks across the street and sees New York's version of Elf Mecca. Reveal the exterior of Gimbel's department store. It's huge, full of lights and music, Christmas at its grandest.
Wow.
Buddy starts skipping across the street toward Gimbel's when, bam! Buddy's hit by a cab. He flies off screen. This is totally shocking. Traffic stops, and now Buddy comes skipping back into frame.
Okay, thank you.
Exterior of Gimbel's. The halls are decked. This is epic. Buddy walks through happy in his elf suit. A perfume clerk approaches.
Passion fruit spray.
Fruit spray? For real?
Buddy opens his mouth and closes his eyes. The clerk just stares at him.
Ready when you are.
The clerk looks around, then mildly curious, sprays it in like Banaka. Yuck. Buddy stumbles around blind, scraping his tongue off, about to throw up. A montage. Buddy does Gimbals. Buddy stops at the edge of an escalator, afraid to get on, like a kid at the edge of a diving board. He's clogging tons of holiday traffic.
Are you going or what?
Yeah, yep.
Buddy steps forward with one leg, and the escalator yanks him into the splits.
Jiminy Christmas!
A public bathroom. Buddy leaves the stall, then accosts a stranger.
Have you seen this toilet? It's ginormous! Look at this toilet!
Inside the store, Buddy grabs 3,000 candy canes and starts eating them with great intensity. In the elevator, Buddy faces the wrong way in the elevator, face to face with a man.
You think you're pretty smart, huh?
I'm not that smart, but thanks.
The lingerie section. Buddy sees a display of sexy nighties with a sign over it. For that special someone.
For that special someone.
A hard-ass elf manager walks over.
Man, what the hell are you doing farting around on the first floor?
Looking at shiny things.
Shiny things? Get your butt back up to the 9th floor before I put my foot in your green little ass.
Okay.
Interior of Gimbel's, the 9th floor, Santa Land. We pan to a lame Santa Land. It's not very impressive. Buddy is doing a thorough inspection.
The snow looks fake.
It's white, ain't it?
Snow doesn't just pile up unless it's moved through the use of a tool such as a shovel. I would give this some natural erosion, a slight wind drift look.
What the hell are you talking about? Erosion? Don't touch the damn snow. What are you smiling at? You think this is a joke?
Oh no, I'm just smiling. Smiling's my favorite.
Well, take it down a notch.
Buddy tries to frown for a second, but his lips quiver and hurt, and now he's smiling again, making the exact same face.
All right, Smiley. Sweep the tinfoil off this path. Santa's gonna be here tomorrow.
Santa! Wait, Santa Claus?
Yeah? Where have you been?
The North Pole.
Oh, okay. Start elfing. And don't touch the snow.
He walks off, looking back, annoyed. Now something grabs Buddy's full attention. From Buddy's point of view, we see a slow motion picture of Jovi Davis, 20s, a petite beauty, dressed as an elf. She glides like a vision to the Christmas tree where she hangs balls from a ladder. Buddy stares up at her.
Damn it. Are you enjoying the view?
Yes, I am. I was standing over there, and I thought you looked pretty, so I came over to tell you that I think you look pretty.
Why are you messing with me? Did Crumpet put you up to this?
I'm not messing with you. It's nice to meet a human who shares the affinity for elf culture.
I wouldn't call it an affinity. I'm just trying to get through the holidays.
Get through? Christmas is the greatest day in the whole wide world.
Well, somebody's been drinking the Kool-Aid. Believe me, after a few years of this, you'll learn to tune it all out.
Uh-oh. It sounds like someone needs to sing a Christmas carol.
Are you serious?
The best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Well, thanks, but I don't sing.
Oh, it's just like talking, only louder and longer, and you move your voice up and down.
Well, I can sing, I just don't sing, and especially in front of other people, I can never do that.
Never? If you could sing by yourself, you could sing anytime. There's no difference.
Actually, there's a big difference.
No, there isn't. Watch. I'm in a star and I'm singing. And people are here and I'm in a star.
Everyone looks at him like he's, well, elf. Jovi seems a little uncomfortable.
The star is all shiny and I'm in a star. See?
Wow.
Attention. Gimbals will be closing in 10 minutes. Please make your final purchase.
All the elves look relieved. Their day is over.
Dismissed.
You're leaving? But Santa's coming.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. What's your name?
Buddy.
Jovi. See ya.
With that, Jovi walks off. Buddy looks around as the half-baked Santa land empties out. A quick series of cuts. The doors are being locked, employees are exiting, and lights are flickering off. A security guard walks down an aisle. Behind him, Buddy does a commando roll through the aisle, then pops up next to some toys. Buddy starts pulling all sorts of things off the shelves. Paint, robots, a fire truck. He looks at a logo.
They have elves in Taiwan.
Inside the Hobbs' apartment that night, Emily has prepared a beautiful dinner. She is an attractive Upper East Side woman. Walter fills a plate. Their son, Michael, 10 years old, eats without enthusiasm, detached.
Sorry, is that my line?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was listening to the verses. I'm sorry.
We know. We heard it earlier.
No, Mufius doesn't strike again. I was just not paying attention. Thank you. Nothing. It's for work. Oh, that's the wrong page. See, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go eat in my den, okay? I've got a bunch of stuff to go over.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm way behind on a bunch of stuff.
He goes to kiss her on the forehead. She doesn't offer it. So he kisses the top of her hair and now leaves.
Can I eat in my room?
No.
Why not? Dad's eating in his den. I have a bunch of homework to go over, and I'm way behind on a bunch of stuff.
You're eating here.
Fine. But I'm not going to talk.
Yeah, you are. You're going to sit there. You're going to tell me how your day was. How was your day? How was your day?
It was fine, okay? Good.
Inside Walter's den later, Walter is looking at an old yearbook. He studies a picture of a young, beautiful Susan Wells.
What are you looking at?
Walter hides the book.
Oh, nothing. It's for work.
Liar. You know, it'd be nice if we ate together as a family once in a while.
You're right. All men lie. I'm sorry. I gotta work. How do you think I feel? You think I like to work?
Actually, I do. I'm really worried about Michael. He's getting detached and cynical. They're not supposed to do that until they're teenagers.
Well, he is 13 years old.
He's 10. I don't know what's going on with you, but I've really just about had it.
Had it with what?
That was the wrong answer.
Emily, wait, I'm sorry. I've been under a lot of stress at work.
If you say the word work one more time, you're sleeping at the Marriott.
The chicken thing was delicious.
It wasn't a chicken thing. It was salmon, zucchini, string beans, carrots, cherry tomatoes, asparagus, mushrooms, and olives.
Well, it was good.
Interior of Gimbel's, Santa Land at 7 a.m. Buddy is finishing his decorating. We pull out wide. No Santa Land has ever looked more beautiful. The most expensive merchandise has been used as bricks and mortar. A huge glitter sign says, "Welcome Santa, love Buddy." Now, off in the distance, we hear the faint sound of an angel singing. Buddy perks up, training his ear. He slowly rises to his feet as if following a butterfly. He meanders through the deserted aisles, more and more hypnotized as the angelic singing gets louder and louder and clearer and more beautiful. Buddy pushes through the bathroom door, totally consumed by the greatest voice in the world. Reveal, Jovi is in the shower stall. Jovi, when do you want me to stop?
Jovi's also muted, which she may not know.
Okay.
Oh, hell.
Damn it! Ah! Okay.
Don't y'all mute me again.
Listen, verses. Don't make me come out the shower.
Okay, well, you came out.
Girl, she came out a while
Mute
ago.
me.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I gotta go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has
Been hoping that I don't know the song at all. You dropped in.
so very nice.
I'll hold your hands, they're just like ice.
Mother will start to worry.
Beautiful, what's your hurry?
My mother will be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace roar.
I'd better scurry.
Beautiful, please don't hurry.
Or maybe just a half a drink more.
I'll put some records on while I pour.
The neighbors might think,
Baby, it's bad out there.
say, what's in this dream that
No
my
cabs to be had out there.
I wish I knew how
Your eyes are like starlight now.
to break this spell.
I'll take your hat, your hair looks swell.
Why, thank you. I ought to say no, 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 sir.
Mind if I move in closer?
I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my pride?
I can't stay
But it's cold outside.
That's it.
Will this be found on iTunes later?
No. Not even a Spotify exclusive.
Hey, how about this? I'll sing this song for whoever puts the donations amount over $500.
Ooh.
Do it now.
No.
Agree to that.
Not you doing it now, but people out there.
So there you go. Donate dollars. If it hits 500, I will sing for that person who gets it over 500.
Okay.
Jovi is silent, hearing the second voice, and quickly twists off the shower and opens the curtain, wearing only a towel. Jovi kicks Buddy in the nuts and escapes. Buddy holds his crotch, confused and frightened. Exterior of Gimbals in the morning. A busy Manhattan morning. People are going back to work. Pan 2 behind the glass, an idyllic Christmas scene. Buddy is curled up in the faux snow, asleep. Mouth open and drooling, sweaty from the sun. A man squints at him through the window, amazed at how lifelike Buddy is. Buddy itches his crotch, then awakens to the staring man.
Holy fudge!
Buddy yawns and stretches ridiculously.
Good morning, everyone!
Point of view, Walter is walking along the sidewalk with his briefcase.
Dad!
Walter thinks he hears something, but continues. Buddy pounds hard on the window, trapped like a tiger. His voice echoes, muffled like Dustin Hoffman in The Graduate. Walter glances over, then stops in his tracks. It's Buddy. He runs. Interior of the lobby later. Buddy skips past the security guard with a box. Caught off guard, they have to lunge to grab him.
Hey!
Hey! Hi, Glenn. Hi, Chris. I just want to give my dad this present. I think he's mad at me, but he won't be after this.
You better leave that with us.
Yeah, he's real busy.
Oh, okay. Well, please tell him it's for me and that I love him so much and he's the greatest dad in the whole wide world and that I love him, okay?
Okay.
Interior of Gimbals Santaland by day. Buddy re-enters his new transformed Santaland. His face glows with satisfaction. Reveal, it's a smash hit. The visitors are ecstatic. Look at that. Can you believe it? Etc. Everybody loves it, except the elf manager who complains to a coworker.
Who the hell took a dump in housewares?
Jovi walks up to Buddy.
Hey, I want to talk to you.
Buddy is now terrified by her.
Oh, okay. What do you want to talk about?
I'm using my best Karen voice. What the hell do you think?
I know a pig who can run 11 miles an hour.
Why were you in the women's locker room?
I heard you singing.
Singing, right. I'm sure it had nothing to do with me being naked. I should call the police. What were you doing here so early in the morning?
Making this.
You made this?
Yeah. Why were you here?
They turned my water off. You were standing there with your eyes closed. Is that some kind of thing you do?
Buddy looks to the floor and now up and into her eyes.
You have the most beautiful voice in the world.
All I'm thinking
Jovi
of right
looks
now
at
is,
him.
oh God.
But look at her face. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm stuck thinking of Carmen Extravaganza from Paris is Burning, but that voice is still there.
Well, Jovi looks at him, and his innocence is contagious.
You really were just listening to me, weren't you?
I'm sorry.
The elf manager walks over.
Hey, this is Santa Land, not stand around and wear pointy ass shoes land. Get busy. Santa's here.
Santa? Santa is here?
Buddy sees the back of Santa enter a closed-off gazebo. Children are already crowded around. Buddy rushes towards Santa through the crowd, his eyes wide, almost breathless with excitement. Quickly, he brushes off his uniform and straightens his cap.
Santa, it's me, Buddy!
Buddy slides the curtain open to reveal a man dressed as Santa. The kids cheer. Buddy's smile drops.
Who the heck are you?
Why, I'm Santa Claus.
Are not?
Well, of course I am. Ho, ho, ho.
If you're Santa, then tell me what song I sang for you on your birthday this year.
Why, you sang, happy birthday.
He's right.
Santa struts past Buddy and takes his chair.
Why don't you cool it, Zippy? Ho, ho, ho.
The voice is wrong, and the smell is wrong.
You're lying. I know it.
Buddy attacks. He grabs Santa's beard and it comes right off. Buddy looks at the beard in shock like a horror movie.
Imposter! He's an imposter! His beard is fake! Come on, kids! Get him!
The kids all pile on, wrestling Santa and loving it. Now the manager dives in and tries to help. Some parents and other elves try to contain the disaster in panic. Jovi giggles. She's confused but intrigued by this mysterious stranger. Interior of Walter's office at Greenway Press. Walter sits behind his desk, staring at the note that accompanied the package from Buddy. The package sits on the desk, still wrapped in a Gimbals box. The note says, "Dad, this is for you because you are my special someone." Walter unwraps the gift and holds up a red, slinky nightie with fur where the nipples would be. Deb enters and he scrambles to hide the nightie.
Hey, what's that?
What? Intercom.
Right.
She leaves. Walter looks deeper into the box and sees a card. It's the old photo of a young Walter next to his smiling girlfriend. On the other side is a crayon drawing of Buddy.
Walter, the police are on line 1.
The police? Hello. My son, Michael, is he okay? An elf? He's not you know what? Keep him there. I'll be right down.
Deb peeks in.
What's going on?
Nothing. I need to go. I need to swing by my apartment real quick. They're delivering a chair.
A police chair?
It's a regular chair, okay? Cancel my appointments.
Interior of a jail. A scary, scary jail cell. Buddy looks around from his cot. Everything is cold and hard and ugly and mean. And now he starts to cry. He sticks his face into the pillow and cries hard. Reveal, another convict shares the cell with him. He stares at Buddy with disgust. But now, slowly, it's contagious and the convict can't help it. He starts to cry too. Buddy hears the cell door clang open. A reveal of Walter standing at the open jail cell door.
Dad!
Buddy wipes his tears and rubs his face, trying to look like a good son. The convict wipes his tears away too, sitting up straight, but now starts crying again. Outside the police precinct, Walter marches out of the front doors, Buddy following closely behind, almost like a puppy dog trying to keep up. Walter is about to burst, but he holds back until they're clear of the situation.
I'm so happy. I knew you'd come. I love that you came, and I love you, Dad. How much I love you? This much. Except my arms would have to be way longer, like pterodactyl wings.
All right, pal. Who the heck are you, and what's your problem?
I'm Buddy. I'm your son.
I already have a son.
And who am I?
Where did you get this picture?
He holds up the picture he included in the gift.
Papa Elf gave it to me.
Walter shakes Buddy violently by the lapels. Buddy is scared.
Is this some kind of game? What do you want? Money?
I just wanted to meet you, and I thought that maybe you might want to meet me.
Walter senses an element of truth in here somewhere.
You really believe this, don't you?
I thought we could make gingerbread houses and eat cookie dough and go ice skating and hold hands, and I'm sorry if I made you.
Come with me.
Their silhouettes walk together away from camera. Buddy reaches out to hold hands, but Walter's hands stay in his trench coat. Buddy is still holding his hand out. Walter suddenly smacks Buddy's hand down. Interior of a pediatrician's office an hour later. Buddy sits on the examining table as Walter watches. Apparently, there's a skull sitting on the shelf in the background. Buddy reaches into a jar of cotton balls and starts eating them quickly, one at a time, like cotton candy nuggets.
Don't eat those.
Buddy goes to eat one more, and Walter tries to grab his arm, but Buddy fakes him out and eats it anyway.
Am I fit?
Yes. But that's not why we're here. We're here to test whether you're my son or not.
Why am I sitting on paper?
Buddy pulls the roll and paper spills out everywhere. The doctor and Walter try to stop him, but get tangled up.
So that it's clean for each patient that comes in, try and sit still. I'm gonna perform something called a finger prick.
Finger prick? Can I wear your headlamp?
No,
Why?
just sit still.
Why is there a skeleton on the wall?
I don't know, but there is.
What's his name?
He doesn't have a name.
If I squint, he looks like a pirate flag. Arr!
Walter, I can't do this if he's gonna keep moving around.
I'm sorry, Ben. Buddy, please. Buddy, the sooner you sit still, the sooner we can clear out this horrible mess.
After this, can we eat sugar plums together?
Sure, we'll eat sugar plums, make gingerbread houses, and paint eggs.
That's Easter, not.
The doctor gives Buddy's finger a tiny prick. Buddy shoves the doctor over and stumbles around, holding his finger and crying.
Bootstraps, snow flickers, son of a cobbler.
Inside the waiting room later, Buddy holds his finger with a cotton ball for a moment, then suddenly eats it. Now he taps his finger and flips it around like it's dead, then turns to a little girl, 7, who is playing with her doll as her mother fills out paperwork with the nurse.
My finger has a heartbeat.
It won't hurt so much after a little. What's your name?
Buddy,
I'm Carolyn.
what do you want for Christmas?
A Susie talks a lot.
I'll put in a good word with the big man.
Thanks. Your costume is pretty.
Oh, it's not a costume. I'm an elf. Well, I'm a human, technically, but I was raised by elves.
Oh, I'm a human, raised by humans.
Cool.
Inside the doctor's office, Walter is waiting for the results.
Well,
Well, it's a boy.
The blood drains out of Walter's face.
it's impossible. Is the test ever wrong?
Nope.
My God, what am I supposed to do? You saw the guy. He's certifiably insane.
Walter, I've read about some things that suggest Buddy's behavior isn't necessarily that unusual.
The man skips.
It's rare, but there have been documented cases of people like your son.
His name's Buddy.
Well, Buddy's been denied a proper childhood with you, and it's possible that he may feel he was never fully nurtured, causing an alternative personality to develop.
An elf.
Yes. I think he's trying to return to a position of childlike dependency.
So let's get him some pills or whatever. I'll pay for them. It's not a problem.
I think what he really needs is you. It's an extreme case. Rejection right now would be especially traumatic.
So what do you want me to do? Breastfeed him?
What if you let him visit you, meet the family, that sort of thing? It may help him feel like he's part of your life. He's your son, Walter. It's not like he's just gonna go away.
And scene.
Intermission.
Intermission. That is the end of Act 1. Sam's already dipped out for verses. We will be back at 8:35.
Okay, thank you, 15.
Thank you, 15.
Ginger,
15.
do you? Is there any update on the dollars?
There has been no movement.
Ball.
But we're at 300. That's always good.
We need more, though.
Yeah.
I
So
got nowhere to
hopefully
be.
we'll get some more. Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
any help is help. You know,
Right.
in my job, it's I help people get adopted by big agencies and stuff like that or whatever. And Mel's job always adopts a couple of families, which is super nice. What happened?
We're up to 350, y'all.
Nice.
Yay!
I was gonna say, did you want to save the things again so that people know where to send them for the people that don't have the link clearly available?
Yeah.
Right.
I shared it with my Facebook one. I can send them again.
So if you're still watching here, if you go to Cash App, I am $Ginger Jill 385.
Ginger with a G.
Ginger with a G, JILL 385. And then if you do Venmo or PayPal, it's the same thing. It's Ginger Jill 385, but no $.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna check on dinner.
Be the good wifey.
I'm gonna go check on her checking on dinner.
Is that code for something?
We're about to find out. I'm told there's dinner. If I come back and don't have food, someone call the police because Ginger will have been murdered.
Oh,
God.
and she just goes
Oh,
away.
sure. All right.
They both do. Oh, God. So it's just the four of us.
Look at Papa Elf's fancy picture.
I know.
It's like-
Sam's.
Oh, it's gone.
I'm a professional,
Before,
okay?
after.
That's a grown-up job-looking picture. Do you run a bank?
I'm an educator. Educator
That makes
realness.
sense. That makes sense.
Work at a college.
Aw, what do you teach, buddy? I'm buddy, but you're
I'm a student. I work in Res Life, so I supervise res halls.
That's
All
fun.
the student affairs things. I'm actually gonna go spike some of this milk now, because
With what?
Yeah, I
With
might
Baileys?
make myself a cocktail as well.
I've been drinking the whole time.
I've got water because I can't have anything fun until after Tuesday.
Right. How exciting.
Yes, that is correct. It's also major surgery, and the recovery plan is getting really intimidating.
You know, this is going to sound cheeseball. Just take it one day at a time. It's a whole lot of information because they have to tell you all the possible things you might experience. I'm sure you know plenty of people who've been through the same situation. So, you can kind of hear their experiences and know how each one can differ. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's
You're
going
right.
to be great. And then
See
we'll
if
do
my
Tarzan or
girlfriend
something
tells
so you
me.
can be shirtless and like beat your chest or something.
Or I'll
I walked in on shirtless and beat your chest.
we did
That's the
something
perfect
because
time
I'm
to
not going to
walk
have
in on.
nipples until
Right.
March 5th. I'm getting them tattooed on.
That's cool.
So I told a couple people that if they needed me to stand in and do Ken for Barbie Girl, that I would be extra willing.
That's hilarious. Oh, that's so
I feel like I think there was like a pause in medical care right in the spring because of COVID. So like I've had 4 or 5 friends get top surgery in like the past month because this was the time when like it could have. So my Facebook is just like full of healing stories, full of that. So I'm like, this is a frame of reference I have quite a bit now.
Is it all tits off or are there any tits on?
All tits off so far.
Good for them. I mean, good for them either way.
I really wish that there could be like, not to make a play on words, but like transplants. Like, I wish I could donate my boobs.
I have
don't need
wished
them, you
that
have
a
them.
lot just because I have a surplus and I would be more than happy to donate to people who need the,
The tissue.
cups. Like, yeah, tissue. That makes more
Right.
sense. Oh, I like your candy cane top. Oh,
You're so cute.
Can you hear now? Sarah?
Oh, she's muted.
Yeah, what's up?
I love your top.
I got this for Christmas like 6 years ago. This
It's
is
so cute.
right.
Is it poinsettia flowers in the middle?
Kind of.
Oh, it's like a
Snowflakes.
sweater look.
Yeah, it's a sweater shirt. I have a sweatshirt that I'm wearing later later this week when it drops down a little bit.
Sure.
Can you mix estrogen with beer? We're about to find out.
That's the way.
One might argue that I am currently doing that.
Yeah, I do it all the time. I think we're good.
I don't know the rule,
Yeah.
store bought, but
Yes. Also,
I mix testosterone with beer.
Yeah, that's also very normal because men. Can we also talk for a minute, Danny, about like just how good like the quality of numbers that y'all had for the show on Wednesday were? Not just mine. Like everybody brought it.
I was so just like floored by all of it.
God, there's. I mean, it doesn't get better for me than your eye to eye, which I wish Sam was on here so we could talk about it because she loves Gooby.
You did eye to eye.
Rollerblading.
That song so much.
Rollerblading.
I'm gonna sing it while I go to the
on
bathroom.
YouTube. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, if you share it in the chat. It was so good. I was definitely a proud friend.
I honestly was really like, just, I don't know. I waited for that reason just so I could like be as surprised as everyone else with a lot of the numbers. So I had only seen like a handful of them. So, and because of like the software, Roxy and I had to say like radio silent while the numbers were happening.
I was wondering if that's where the echo was coming.
Yeah. So the only time, the times that like something happened, I literally was just like hitting Roxy because I couldn't say anything, but I was excited.
I mean, I always hit Roxy, but that's just a given.
Okay.
I can say these things. It's intermission. I can say this.
There, that's me. Wait.
I'm so pissed. There we go. I'm so pissed that I was muted until I didn't even realize it until y'all read me as you should have for Phil. It's bourbon.
I think Mute V is a great name.
Hey, I accept it. You know what we're even gonna do, at least until we start Act 2. How's the bourbon, Michelle?
So good. It tastes like my bitterness and tears from the week.
I mean, girl,
are you
like,
okay?
Well,
so I actually so I work for a huge luxury brand hotel at like a really big position, and so back in March we were all furloughed. And I've still been furloughed. The hotel's open now, but like very, very minimal staff because like no one's paying $500 a night for a room. And my department is food and beverage. So again, we're like our restaurants closed, room service is closed, all like no contact. The bar's open 3 days a week. So my direct boss is back. And then they brought the supervisors back that make like $16 an hour. After my boss, I'm the highest paid person in the department. So I haven't been coming back. So they had me on furlough until March of next year. And we kind of knew that like if I didn't come back before then that I was going to be let go. Like we kind of already knew. Well, last week I get a surprise phone call from the general manager of the property saying that I was severed now.
Oh God.
2 weeks before Christmas, like a bunch of us. So it was all like upper management. Pretty much anyone that made over $70,000 was gone. So here's the thing. Like I knew it was coming, but our severance is messed up. So we only got like a quarter of what we were supposed to get for our severance, but they are making us wait 4 weeks for it. I don't know why. I had a huge, long, not ladylike conversation with HR about it. But in Georgia, we no longer, so as soon as we were severed, we immediately stopped getting unemployment. We no longer qualified. Like the company wasn't filing for our unemployment anymore. We're responsible for our own unemployment. But in Georgia, severance is considered payroll. So we don't qualify for unemployment if we're getting a severance, but the company's making us wait 4 weeks for a severance.
Are they wait until, is it January then?
Yeah, which is funny because the reason that they gave us to why everyone was being severed now is because they wanted to do the payouts before the first of the year. That was our reason. And I was like, but we're not getting it until January. But none of us can apply for unemployment or receive unemployment until after we get that severance check. So it's just like, but with the thing that angers me the most is that all of these people are suffering, and I'm in a pretty bad situation, but there are a lot of people that I've talked to in the company that are way worse off than I am. But our owner keeps going on all of these TV programs and being interviewed by in magazines about like the future of luxury travel. And they keep introducing him as billionaire hotelier, because he is a billionaire. And his family not only owns this hotel brand, they also own the New York Giants football team. So your team, your people, and some, like one of the directors that was fired as well has been with the company for 9 years. They relocated him last year from New York to Atlanta, his entire family. And it's not so much like, and he was like, his severance was, calculating according to our contract, his severance should have been like $12,000, and I think it was like $3,000.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Billionaire hotelier. So yeah, that's the whole
ridiculous
thing that's just like frustrating. It's like, you have the money to pay us all out properly, like period. Like you have the money to pay us all out.
You physically.
Yeah, and I've been in this, like I've been in hotels for a long time, in luxury hotels for a long time, and I've let people go, and we've given them their severance like that day. Like that's part of the thing. Like, pack your shit. Here's your check. You know. Right. And they're like, you have to wait 4 weeks, and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like, so. You know, everyone's been really supportive, and, you know, it was just like, y'all couldn't have waited like 2-3 weeks until after Christmas to do this. Like you literally did it right in the middle of Christmas. So hence the version. Shit. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't like, I don't know. I guess I've drank the Kool-Aid for years with these corporate companies just because I love what I do, and having these like 9 months to like step away from this toxic relationship essentially and be away from it has definitely made me feel a lot differently about it.
There's no blame on that, Michelle. That's totally it's a fucked up situation. Yeah. For them. As it's just no. The answer is no. The answer is no.
Yeah, literally. So, but you know, I'm
sorry.
Thank you. I mean, I'm kind of like it. Oh, and then they said, well, you know, next August we're looking to open back food and beverage, so we'll call you. I'm like, don't. That's not a no. You know, you'll be the first one we call. I'm like, no, I won't.
Honestly, good for you.
Right, they're going to try to hire somebody at a lower rate.
And that's the thing too. They're going to try and restructure my position because I ran 5 departments.
Oh
so they're going to they're going to try and restructure my position with more responsibility and less pay. Yeah.
So you were working in hospitality, but is your skill set transferable to other like diplomas?
Mom.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I've been in hospitality for an entire like lifetime, 20 something years. But yeah, I mean, I've done corporate training. I've written training programs. I'm a certified spirit specialist. So I have like a diploma.
What does that mean?
It's like having
like booze or spirit, like,
yeah. Like,
hold on. Just,
I was hoping Christmas spirits.
Can we just circle down on that for a second? Does that mean that if we were like, you know, in a non-pandemic world, to all just like fly out to you and have just like a cocktail party?
Oh yeah.
You just teach us how to do amazing things with alcohol?
Yes. And I would teach you how everything came to be. I would take you to distilleries. I know, like, you know, all that stuff.
Oh my God. going to come visit you when the pandemic is over. Like, I'll pay you.
Y'all.
But that sounds like the best.
Y'all, trust me, if I can get her here in some capacity
Yes.
for the wedding, if it's somehow involved, trust me, she's coming here, or vice versa.
You will find me behind the bar at Sarah's wedding.
Yes.
So yeah, like my skills are transferable, but they're very heavily peoply involved, which is hard when people are contagious and don't want to get shots to make them not contagious.
Agreed. Sam is having trouble with her eggnogs. We'll give her. Well, I'll give. It's this movie is halfway over anyway, so and it's fast.
With eggnog though.
That's what the chat says. My eggnog is taking forever to heat up.
It's fine.
I saw
It's
that
fine.
after
Drew
I
is,
saw
getting
Sam's
together
having trouble
stuff.
with her eggnog.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's what's in here too. Spiked. It's
Like hot eggnog?
Mine is like bourbon
So,
and then eggnog.
some people do like their
Yeah, I'm
eggnog
just drinking
hot,
a Manhattan
but like
like a
when you're
schmuck.
making, I don't know, maybe she's making her own, but like if you're making your own, like technically you're supposed to not cook it, but most people do to like kill any bacteria in the egg and milk and all of that. So like a lot of people do cook it, but true traditional eggnog is not supposed to be cooked. The eggs are supposed to be raw, which is also kind of gross.
yes.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I don't-
Like,
I
you're-
didn't want to
the
know that
store
raw
is
eggs were part of
pasteurized,
eggnog.
so it's
I don't
basically-
fudge with eggs,
No.
eggnog, but it's good to hear.
While we're waiting on Sam, I mean, just even for the audience that has come back for Act 2,
Welcome.
two things I want to know from my cast while I stall for Sam and stretch. Favorite holiday movie, and let's just go with what are you drinking? Because I think everybody has libations now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna start with Santa Claus.
Wait, no.
Least, yeah.
I have an idea.
Okay, it's gonna involve fire, isn't it? Mom's gonna.
No.
Also, Kelsey, you offering suggestions to Michelle? I'm like mom mode hard now.
Well,
Hey,
so,
I'm like
yeah,
open to a lot of stuff.
my cousin, my cousin lives in Atlanta and she
Oh,
works
no.
for like securities or technologies or something. I don't freaking know. But she does a lot of stuff and she like leads their like diversity things and leads like their what's that word? Like women empowerment
Yeah.
committees or whatever. So like she's really hardcore in making sure people get in good positions in her company. So it's not her company, but in the company she's in.
Mhm.
So
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
she's back.
I'm totally about that.
So
Oh wait, there was an there something happened in the kitchen. So I was making eggnog and it was taking too long to heat up on stovetop. So I decided to do it in the microwave.
oh, displode, buddy.
It did explode.
No,
So
baby.
so give me a second because I can't in good conscious Virgo OCD-ness.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Let that shit just sit in my microwave. So
That's
just
fair.
like-
That's fair. We're going through our favorite movies, holiday movies, and what we are drinking. So I'll just put you last.
Okay, great. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, so in my view, Luke is first. So Luke, what are you sipping on, and what's your favorite holiday movie?
Okay, I've got myself a nice cherry Manhattan here.
You are so classy.
So
Very-
fancy.
very
AF.
Always.
How Frasier of you.
I will have sherry for that. It's
Don't-
gonna happen.
Don't
gonna say
get
that's
ahead of me, Lilith.
Anyways, favorite holiday movie, really the only one I can tolerate is Die Hard. So
It's just not a Christmas movie, in my opinion.
No.
that's
Anything.
what makes it so
No.
good.
Shots fired. Shots
No.
fired.
Anything that takes place at Christmas is fair game as far as I'm concerned. Lethal Weapon, Batman Returns,
Gremlins.
Gremlins. End of discussion.
What tells
Okay.
you more about the spirit of Christmas than running around a abandoned LA skyscraper fighting Alan Rickman and some ballet
not
dancers?
abandoned.
Yeah.
It's not completed for
Yeah.
one. And for 2, if you technically look at like all of the criterion that most Christmas movies have, like the change of heart and like,
Yes,
like
yes, I've seen that
heart-touching
list.
story and all of that, like it literally checks every box of like your technical Christmas.
Yes.
Most of the songs in the movie, like the actual songs, not the score, but the songs in the movie are 99% Christmas music. Like,
Well, even
As
the
you can
score
see,
has
every box.
jingle bells in it.
Drew is very passionate about it.
Well, yeah,
Their
I am
opinion.
too. I am too because
It's just that like detail oriented, like it technically checks every box. It meets every
Yes, I know.
criterion of what a Christmas movie
Yeah,
has to have in it.
yeah.
My chair sank.
Okay, so I'm in the views. I'm next. I'm sipping on a Stiegel like I always am. And it's either Die Hard for me or I'm such a sucker for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. It's just
I just got yelled at for never having seen that.
what?
What?
Now I'm yelling at you for not seeing it.
That's the best one.
I will offer an
Oh.
explanation whenever my turn is up.
Damn it, I'm sick
Okay.
again.
Oh, okay. Michelle, you're next. I think I know what yours. I think I know at least what your favorite is because I watched the Q&A for the Patreon.
Yes, you did watch my Patreon Q&A. So yeah, I'm gross, and my favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life. Period.
Aww.
The end. Since I was a little girl, I've had a crush on Jimmy Stewart since I could remember.
He's fine in that one. He's so fine in that one.
He's just so fine, period. And it's so funny because, like, my boyfriend and I joke all the time. I'm like, yeah, like, of course I think you're sexy. You're tall and skinny, like Jimmy Stewart. And I am drinking
Like this.
only in bed. No, just kidding. And I'm drinking bourbon with a teeny splash of flavored eggnog. So bourbon flavored with eggnog. Mostly bourbon.
Fabulous. Sean.
I frequently do not drink during these things.
No, that's
so
fair.
I am making up for it by having 2 drinks this time.
Nice.
So what I have in my right hand, inspired by Papa Elf, I have almond milk. I'm a vegan, hence the line change, not 2%.
That's fine.
With vodka and frozen strawberries because your girl's a classy bitch.
Wow.
Second, I have $1.69 Aldi juice with, and here's where I get real fancy, from a local distillery, Lilac Gin.
Ooh.
That sounds amazing.
Wow.
I want it.
Right? It's a limited run every year. The city I live in, there's a huge lilac festival. It's like part of the culture, and in town every year does a lilac gin.
I am coming there for that.
Rochester, New York Lilac Festival. It's
Road trip. Yep.
legit.
Yep.
The only reason why I would go to Rochester. I'm in.
Okay.
Is there a possibility that this can be mailed or purchased or ordered online?
It's Black Button
Okay.
Black Button Distillery.
Black Button
Got you.
Distillery
Let's see
in
what
South Wedge,
it
Rochester, New York.
says. Black.
Kelsey.
Yeah.
You, what
We
you
didn't
said?
get Sean's favorite movie.
Oh, Sean's favorite movie. I'm sorry.
So I was talking to Sheila, lovely wife of mine, yesterday, 2 days ago. I'm not the biggest Christmas movie fan. I am a Halloween person entirely, so Nightmare Before
Notice
Christmas.
going.
Calling it as a Christmas movie and a
It
Halloween
works.
movie.
That one
It
is.
works
It
as
is.
both.
It
That
is.
one totally counts.
100%.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
works as both. Kelsey.
Hi, I am drinking. No, wait, my favorite Christmas movie is Scrooge, but hold on. It is Scrooge
Scrooge.
1970 with
Oh.
Albert Finney as Scrooge. It is a musical. It is amazing. I love it.
I thought you were
Never
going Bill Murray.
in any other film. I like that movie, but Scrooge with Albert Finney has a song in it where one of the people where all the people that owe him money during the Christmas future bit sing a song basically being like, thank you very much. Thank you for dying. It's the nicest thing that anyone's ever done for me. It seems a bit bizarre, but things the way they are, I feel as if another life's begun for me. And then you're basically just dancing through, Dickensian streets, singing, thanks for dying, you fuck. And I love it.
Wow.
Who else would we sing that song about? I wonder.
I don't know.
Coming
Hey,
from
did
Buddy
you see
the
that
Elf,
there's an
was-
orange level to my tree?
Yeah.
Don't know why I thought of that. I'm drinking cranberry vodka and cranberry ginger ale because it is my Christmas season drink. I have different things that I drink at different times of year, and this is my Christmas season drink.
All right, Jonathan, you're up.
Well, to play off of Kelsey, I'm actually drinking a ginger ale based drink as well. It's a ginger ball, and it is ginger ale with Fireball mixed in.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we have a beer koozie.
Everybody got real excited.
Yeah, it highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Oh my God.
And like Michelle, my favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life. Which is funny because as a kid, it was not. But the older I get, the more I appreciate just how multi-layered and just dark it is.
It's real until you get to Clarence's ass showing up. It is a dark movie.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm going to send you guys this article in the group, but this whole thing was like, he came back from the army with terrible PTSD right before they shot that movie. Yeah.
Yes.
Like
on your Apple News this morning thing.
No, actually somebody sent it to me like a week ago because they know I love him so much, and like I read it and I was like yeah.
Jimmy Stewart is a total badass.
Yes,
he is.
Kelsey.
Brother Dan- oh.
Come on, man.
Here's the thing. It was hyped up so much hype, and the hype never dies because the hype hypes up every year at around November. So there's never a time for me to be able to watch it. I didn't see any of the Godfathers until after I had graduated college. And I took film studies classes. Like I avoided it like the plague because I was like, the hype's too big. There's no way these movies are going to be as good. I watched Citizen Kane after, like all of these massive movies that everyone's like, it's the best movie ever, it's the best movie ever, it's the best movie ever. On the one hand, what room full of white men were deciding these things? But on the other hand, like, I really enjoyed the Godfather movies. Once I finally watched them all by myself with nobody being like doing that, like it's about to happen eyeball thing, no influence, just me and the team.
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Like for the longest time, it was like, oh my God, this movie's on again. But then just like, letting it kind of just watching it on my own.
I think the older we get and like we deal with all this like heavy crap in our lives, the more it's relatable to us.
It's there are two movies that I've seen my dad cry when I've been watching with him. It's a Wonderful Life is one. Field of Dreams is the other one.
His daddy issues.
Yes, yes, because that's exactly what it is. Because him and his dad, I'm not even gonna I'll tell y'all in group. It's gonna be way too convoluted.
I'm gonna start making notes about things we're gonna talk about during our little Christmas party because I'm gonna talk about movies too.
Yes.
Should we? Hold on.
Brother Daniel, you're up next.
So I also have not I don't think I've actually seen the movie, but I was in It's a Wonderful Life. So I know the premise, have not seen the movie.
Okay.
So because I have surgery in technically
How many How many days?
it is 3 sleeps, 2 full days.
Woo!
So
What's happened?
we're down
talking
to the
about
wire,
we're talking about Danny's surgery.
but it means I can't imbibe. So this is actually oh shit, I lost the can. There it is.
Oh, no.
It is a non-alcoholic brew from a microbrewery in St. Louis called Wellbeing Brewing.
I love that.
And they actually have several things, but it's literally NA craft beer. So I I started like making sure that there's always some in my fridge a couple months ago, and
I love it.
Wonderful. And I'm not the biggest fan of like themed movies that you only watch once a year, because kind of like we were saying with like the hype, I don't like whenever everything is all about this one thing. So like I hate Christmas music. I'm sorry. But the Christmas movies that I will watch, and only because I really like them, but I will watch them year round. Elf is one of them, and the other one is A Christmas Story. I watch it every year, at least once a year.
I'm definitely I love them both. Christmas Story. I mean, Elf. I'm still new to. Sam, do you have eggnog, or did you grab something else?
No. What the fuck you mean? No, I do have eggnog. I have been on a journey of replacing dairy in my life. So
How do you?
Oh, it's almond milk. And it's flavored. It got cinnamon and shit in it. And then I also mixed it with it's come through dairy free. I'm still trying to figure out cheese. Cheese is like the hardest for me. But anyways, I got some Tennessee honey in there, and I feel like my palate is maturing because I'm slowly deviating away from tequila into whiskey now. But I still like tequila. Don't get it twisted. And so that's what I'm drinking. Oh, and it's in this lovely thermos that has one of my favorite scriptures on it, because Jesus likes to drink too.
Is it fuck around and find out? Is that what it says?
No, it says faith is being sure of what we hope for and certain of what we do not see. Hebrews
Same thing.
Yeah, I was about to say same thing.
Same difference. And so I love Christmas movies and I love Christmas music, and this is not debatable. Black people make Christmas music better. Sorry.
Co-sign.
I'll give you that.
Sorry about it. Silent Night by the Temptations. The shit. But I love all the claymation movies. They make me feel special and warm inside.
I love the claymation growing up.
Yes, but one of my favorite movies of all time, because it's so personal for me, is White Christmas. And because I am, as the resident actor, dancer, singer, gotta get a musical in there. And it reminds me of my grandmother, because my grandmother was the one that introduced that movie to me many years ago, and of course she's no longer with us. And so I watch it every Christmas Eve in memory of her.
Oh.
Every Christmas Eve I get tired and more tired because that movie is so long, and I'm like, I want to watch it, but it's so long. But it's everything. The movie is everything. All the dancing,
the dancing is, oh my god.
Vera Ellen could tap her.
Yes, she can.
And it's so unfortunate because Vera Ellen, she suffered from, as a lot of stars during that time, suffered from eating disorders and body dysmorphia and stuff like that. So, I mean, that was very commonplace for that to happen. But she was everything. If I could tap dance like that, I would be okay.
Ginger, you're up next.
Well, I wanted some eggnog, but Drew said that it was theirs, so I have water. So,
are you married?
They're like, no.
I know. So,
Computer says no.
Yeah.
So, but for favorite Christmas movies, other than National Lampoon's Christmas, because I love that movie, grew up with it, love it, made Drew watch it the other day. My other favorite used to be Holiday Inn, but I can't watch it anymore.
I know. I can't get through it either. I watch it all the time.
A lot of parts.
I love the overall idea of it, though. Yeah. You know, because it really isn't all that much Christmas. It's like all the other holidays, but it just, I do watch it at Christmas with my dad and stuff, but
yes. I would just love to have that. I would totally have an inn and then performers, and that's my dream. is like Holiday Inn without the racism.
Right. I'm
Yes.
into it.
Yes. Mona, you're closing us out on this.
Oh,
We know what
good.
you got.
Of course.
Last and least.
Right. So,
Right.
I hate Christmas movies. Like,
I know.
100% hate
You
Christmas
hate everything.
I don't know, like I just like I like Christmas, but like just growing up, I mean I guess not to get too personal, but like growing up LGBT, like in a broken family, like Christmas was always the most stressful time of my life. Like every year, Christmas, it was terrible. So like I like the idea of Christmas and like family and together, but like most Christmas stuff, like we didn't have those kind of traditions because we were too busy trying not to murder each other at that time of year. So like legit, I just hate Christmas movies because it like you see all of that and you're just like, yep, never had that. Like, so Christmas movies like Elf, I love. Like Christmas movies like Die Hard. I like the non-traditional Christmas movies because they like, I feel like I can relate to them more. But yeah, for the most part, like it's all the like weird, like kind of sort of Christmas, but like focuses on other stuff. Those are the movies I like. And I am also only drinking water because all the eggnog is gone.
Oh my God! You did you just open that?
So that's why.
First off, eggnog is my favorite holiday drink. Like I legit in
I got none of it, so
I will go through like 6 of these. Like I can't. Like I will literally in one sitting eat the whole thing. That said, there was only like a third of it.
Oh, so you'd already been drinking
So
on
it
it.
was really only like one like glass full kind of thing, which is why I was drinking it from the carton because I knew I was going to finish it. But yeah.
So like eggnog hoarding aside, that story, like I want to fly up there for the month of December and just be your mom for Christmas for like the month of December and like do all these amazing Christmas things with you.
So like
what kills me is they want to
Can
decorate.
you just come be all of our moms?
Yes.
I mean, yes. I want that.
Actually, super interesting, like because more recently I get more excited about Christmas because as I've gotten older and like developed the skills to like put my foot down when it comes to like family things and like like closing doors on people who are unhealthy, like Christmas has become way cooler because I don't have that stress anymore. So like I've developed things like I love decorating my house for Christmas. I love taking Christmas pictures, like those like Christmas style things. I love doing them because now they're not stressful, but I don't have like a traditional like, oh, I watch this movie every year for Christmas thing because I've never.
Well, you're about to have that because you're married to me now. So.
Which is so weird because you hate everything else Christmas other than Christmas movies.
I know.
Also, going on, just I'll end it with this, and then I'll go into our schedule and stuff. This got so far off track, but I'm in love with it. In terms of non-traditional Christmas movies as well, and I'm probably gonna get grief from at least, and I know at least Kelsey for saying this. Happiest Season is I loved it. There's the eye roll. There's the eye roll.
If you are in a desert and you come across a cup of grimy water, you're gonna drink it, and it is gonna sustain you until you can get to good, clear water that was intended to be drunk.
That's a beautiful metaphor. Also, I got to say that Michelle really stepped up on Harper defense. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Happiest Season on Hulu.
I will say that my coming out as bi was very, very hard. I didn't come out to my parents until I was over 30, and I did it on National Coming Out Day on Facebook because of that family dynamic. So it was very relatable for me.
I am not judging the dynamic. I am judging the lying. I am judging the fact that she left her all alone multiple times.
Right.
My girlfriend in high school did that to me. So it was very like...
Yeah, like I understand exactly where you're going because that like watching that movie, I was like, yeah, it could have been acted better, Kristen Stewart.
Oh God, it's the worst. I'm sorry.
Every time
it was relatable.
Leave Brittany alone.
It comes to that kind of thing. That's what I like in Christmas movies. I like Christmas
Yeah.
movies about like how things went wrong because like that's it's more realistic.
Do I think she forgave her way too fast? Absolutely. Like that
Yes,
gas station
yes.
scene, that's trash. But like everything else, like my high school girlfriend did that stuff to me, and I didn't forgive her, but I also wasn't out either really to my family. They just knew she was my best friend. So yeah, it was it was relatable for me.
So
But that gas station scene was trash. I will say that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that
Yeah.
movie,
Just so much
but I think a better alternative, I guess, relating to that particular soap and representation is A New York Christmas Wedding.
Oh my God!
I think that's a better alternative. I saw that and I'm like,
Well, first of all, like this description says nothing about it being LGBTQ plus or anything. So I was like, I was home alone. Yeah, I was like, everyone's asleep, cheesy Christmas movie. I'm half drunk, whatever. And then it happened, and I am like bawling. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that's really good.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I'm so sorry, audience. I said 8:35 when I really meant 9 o'clock.
Totally meant that.
Oops. So before I have Ginger tell us a little bit about our giving tree and update us on totals, feel like a telethon operator. I want to let y'all know what we've got on slate to start 2021 off with. So starting on, oh God, where's the date? The 9th of January, we are doing Steel Magnolias, which I'm really excited for. That's going to be benefiting the American Diabetes Association. I think.
Help me drink your juice.
Yeah. The whole cast is here tonight, I think, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the whole cast is here for this. I'm really excited to see Michelle and Sam go at it, but I'm also really excited for Ginger and Mona to be.
They're gonna steal it. Like it doesn't matter how hard I cry at the end, they're gonna steal it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about us.
Yeah, it's about them.
I don't know, Sam. I want to see a lot when it comes to that blood sugar scene.
We don't see.
I want to see all the shit-gisms. And then on the 23rd of January, we have a night with Fraser Crane benefiting NAMI. This is something that Luke has worn Ginger and I down on. So we finally said, we said, fine, here's 6 scripts. Let's just do this. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. I'm really looking forward to Sean and Luke in that. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We have most of the cast here for that too.
I know, right? I think, yes, we
You're
do.
missing Liz and Cadaver. That's it.
And Daniel.
And Daniel, that's right.
And then on February 6th.
Oh, hey, there he is.
Yes. Then on February 6th, we've got Juno benefiting Narrow Pro-Choice Missouri. I bought a fake baby bump and everything for that one, so
of course you did.
Jazzed. Method actress. What part of this are you not getting when I'm not muted? And then is it the 20th? Is that the next one for When Harry Met Sally?
I think it's like, I know it's after Valentine's Day, but
so February 20th. It would have to be February 20th then. February 20th, we are doing When Harry Met Sally.
Yay!
For an undetermined yet charity, and
it's for Danny.
Yes, it is. I'm losing my mind tonight. I have only drank one of these.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You're so pretty, honey.
So on the 20th of February, When Harry Met Sally is going to help with Danny's top surgery costs.
Impending medical bills.
Impending medical debt. So
87 pillows that you need.
Yeah. Best part of the night with that tribute show. I was dying.
I actually had lunch with a friend today who had a mastectomy a couple years ago, and she handed down a couple things that she just thought like extra hospital supplies, like gauze and stuff like that.
Oh, that's sweet.
She gave me a completely different type of pillow, so I'm now up to 5.
Yay! That's only like 83 more to go. Oh God. And we don't have dates yet for March stuff. We want to do the Twin Peaks script. A pilot is potentially in March if I can find it.
And I want to do The Room.
And we're doing The Room. We're doing The Room. I gotta be
We are
candid.
doing the room. We are
I
absolutely
gotta be
doing the
You're
room.
candid.
tearing me apart, Lisa.
I'm back.
I've already called dibs on Cancer Mom, so that's
Of course.
happening.
Of course you're Cancer Mom.
So I'm gonna have Ginger talk a little bit about our Giving Tree update totals, and then we're gonna roll into Act 2. So Ginger.
All right. So I was sitting there like, Elf, what do we want to do for a charity? And then I was like, I know this family. I know that times have been rough in this time that we've been in. 2020 has been a hell of a year. A lot of us have had layoffs, people have had to have surgery. There's lots of costs with surgery and things like that. So I talked to Sarah. I said, this is what I want to do. And Sarah was awesome and said, this is what we're going to do. And so we decided we were going to raise this money for the family. We're going to keep them anonymous because I think that's only fair in life. Let them be anonymous, but we're up to $350. They can use that for bills. They can use that for anything they could possibly need.
Correct.
Doesn't matter to us. We just want to give it to them to help them out. So
yes, and don't forget, if we get to 500, Kelsey will sing.
Yay!
So yeah, and right before we jump into Act 2, I want to say I know we said it, I think in November as well. I am really grateful for all y'all out there. This has been a nice little hidden surprise in the year of our Hell Lord 2020. And also, y'all in this group need to stop making me cry saying how much this group means to you, because I will sob every time.
This group means
Helps,
so
I don't
much
really
to
care.
me.
Is that helpful to
Right?
you?
So much.
So much.
So
Whatever.
much.
So,
All right.
Don't care.
Y'all are
we
just,
get it.
y'all
You're
are
above
just-
this.
Y'all are just okay. Like, calm down.
The
Okay.
Virgos have other shit to do.
Yeah.
Some of
God,
us voluntold.
All right. So, Brother Daniel, whenever you're ready, take us away.
Emily's office.
All right. Emily's office at night. Emily is leaving work, locking up the door. She turns to find Walter standing there at the bottom of the steps, hands in his pockets, smiling.
What are you doing here?
I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd walk you home.
You thought you'd walk me home.
They begin to walk together.
What? Is that so weird?
I've worked here for 4 years, Walter. You've never walked me anywhere.
Well, it's a nice night.
What's wrong?
Why did something have to be wrong? I just said, it's a nice night. I mean, really.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is nice.
On Walter as he walks.
Okay, something's a little wrong.
Interior of the Hobbs residence later. They're arriving at home.
Oh, God. That's wonderful, Walter. You have a son?
Wonderful. That's one way to put it.
Oh, come on. This is incredible. I mean, it may be complicated, but nothing we can't handle.
He thinks he's an elf.
I'm sorry, what?
He thinks he's a Christmas elf.
Okay, I'm sure he really doesn't think.
Walter swings open the door to the apartment to reveal interior of the apartment. Buddy has been very busy. The place is a recycled winter wonderland. Yards of old garland have been meticulously strung throughout the apartment. Elaborate construction paper Christmas murals cover the walls. His sense of decorating is really impeccable. Emily is floored. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Buddy scoops globs of frosting into his mouth at a furious pace.
Buddy,
Buddy looks up, drooling.
this is Emily.
Armory.
Swallows frosting hard. He jumps up and gives her a hug.
Walter hasn't told me anything about you.
Meanwhile, Michael, their son, has arrived.
Why is Mom hugging Robin Hood?
Interior of the dining room an hour later. Walter, Emily, Michael, and Buddy are seated around the dining room table eating spaghetti.
And then I traveled through the 7 levels of the candy cane forest, past the castle of the abominable snowman, and past the sea of swirly, twirly gumdrops. And then I walked through the Lincoln Tunnel. Can you pass the Coke, pretty please?
Michael hands over a 2-liter. Instead of pouring it in his glass, Buddy chugs the entire thing. The family watches, amazed.
So, where exactly have you been for the last 30 years?
The North Pole. He's an elf. That's where elves live.
He's right. Can you pass some maple syrup, pretty please?
I'm sorry, I didn't set it. It's spaghetti.
That's okay. I think I have some.
Buddy pulls some syrup out of his breast pocket and pours it over his spaghetti. Walter and Michael share a disgusted look, the first time they've been in agreement on anything in a while.
You like sugar, huh?
Is there sugar in syrup?
Oh, yes.
Then yes, we elves try to stick to the 4 basic food groups: candy canes, candy corns, candy, and syrup.
So, will you be staying with us then?
Emily.
You mean I could stay?
Emily.
Of course you can. Don't be silly. How long do you think you'll be with us?
Well, I hadn't really planned it out, but I was thinking like forever.
Emily.
What?
May I speak with you in the kitchen for a moment?
Sure. Excuse me, Buddy.
Left alone, Buddy stares at Michael. Michael ignores him, turning his whole chair away. Buddy looks around for a moment and now suddenly burps so loud and long it's insane.
I'm not doing that. How did you hear that?
Thank you.
Yes, Michael heard it. Inside the kitchen, Walter argues with Emily in hushed tones.
Are you crazy? He can't stay here.
Clearly he has some issues. We can't just kick him out into the snow.
Why not? He loves the snow. He told me 15 times.
Seriously, Walter, he's alone in New York. What is he supposed to do?
That's his problem.
He's your son. That means it's our problem.
Inside the dining room, Buddy and Michael sit in silence. Buddy isn't sure what to say.
I love you.
Eat me.
Eat you? Okay.
That's what she
I am a lion. Roar! Jump, 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 jump. Ah! Ah!
Inside the living room, Buddy is on the living room couch. Walter is tucking him in, trying to leave.
Good night, Dad.
Good night.
Tuck me in?
What?
I can't fall asleep if I'm not tucked in.
I'm not tucking you in.
I promise I'll go right to sleep.
Fine.
Tickle fight!
Walter fights him off, pissed.
No, Buddy, stop.
Sorry.
Just lay down and go to sleep, okay?
Do you want to hear a story?
No. When this light goes off, you are not getting up. Understand?
Understand.
Walter flicks off the light.
Dad,
Flicks light on.
What?
I love you.
Go to sleep.
Do you love me?
Yeah, sure. Now go to sleep.
How much do you love me? Like on a scale from 1 to 10.
Well, I haven't known you for very long, but I would say my feelings are significant.
Significant.
Good night.
The lights go out for the last time. Walter closes the door and Buddy is alone in the dark.
Dad? 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 Dad!
The door suddenly swings open and light shoots into the room.
What?
Hi.
Walter slams the door. It's dark again.
Dad?
Inside the Hobbs kitchen that morning, Buddy has prepared a huge batch of spaghetti. The table is set up like a deranged Thanksgiving feast. Buddy, the host, hurries around the kitchen as Emily eats.
This sure is something. Usually I'm the one that makes breakfast in the morning.
Want some more spaghetti?
Sure, why not?
Buddy dumps more spaghetti on her plate, then sprinkles it with candy snow caps.
So how did you sleep last night?
Great. I got a full 40 minutes and still have time to build a rocking horse.
Oh my gosh, you built that? Oh, sorry.
We see a painted and trimmed rocking horse in the corner.
You built that? Where did you get the wood?
Why is the TV on the ground?
The entertainment center has been completely dismantled to provide wood for the rocking horse. Sawdust and paint litter the living room. Walter walks into the kitchen, flabbergasted.
Good morning, honey.
Their husband.
Buddy made us breakfast. Isn't that nice?
Walter looks at the spaghetti. So many things to say and no place to begin.
He made us lunches too.
3 bags of spaghetti have each person's name written in calligraphy.
Well, I gotta run. Thanks for breakfast, buddy. And lunch.
Grabbing her bag. She kisses him on the cheek and leaves.
So how many scoops?
I'm going to stick with coffee for now.
Now Michael enters. He doesn't care to notice the weird food.
I need my allowance.
Did you do the recycling?
Yeah, I did, okay?
Walter peels off a 20 and Michael immediately shoves it into his pocket.
Hey, how come you guys don't hug? We always hug in the morning.
We hugged earlier.
Yeah, we hugged already. Bye.
Bye.
Walter and Buddy are now alone.
Is she froze? Dad? Dad? Dad?
You got your etch a sketch?
Is
Mr.
sugar
Khan, you need
is
on
sugar a
set.
carb?
Oh no!
Oh! Oh God, Sam!
Come back to us.
Oh no!
Well, good.
He's on the naughty
I
list.
wanted to talk to you too.
You're a terrible dad.
We planned our whole day. You suck as a dad.
You're
Do I need to
missing
step in as dad? Am I dad now? Am I dad now? Put me in, coach.
Somebody text her.
Oh God! All right, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for.
He's
There, there, up.
Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe not.
There. Okay. Yay!
Hey.
Now unmute. Now unmute.
No. There we go.
Hey!
I
Hi,
guess
Dad.
no, it kicked me out. So
What?
Hi, Dad.
is it because I'm black?
No.
I don't know what that means.
And I pray you never do. Yeah, I was frozen and then I got kicked out. So yeah.
Frozen's the wrong movie.
Right.
All right.
So where do we want to
From what? Maybe from Walter and Buddy are now alone.
so
Think we're alone now. You wanna ride.
okay. Listen, buddy, I wanted to talk to you.
Good. I want to talk to you too. I planned our whole day.
He's made a list on the Etch-a-Sketch.
First, we make snow angels for 2 hours. Then we go ice skating, and then we eat a log of Toll House cookie dough as fast as we can. And then, to wrap up the day, we snuggle.
Buddy, I have to go to work. And another thing, if you're going to be staying here, you should think about getting rid of that costume. We've got neighbors and people around here, you know?
I've worn this my whole life.
Yeah, well, you're not in the North Pole anymore.
Buddy's unsure.
You said you wanted to make me happy, didn't you?
More than anything.
Then lose the tights as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Yes, Papa.
Walter turns and faces camera, pouring coffee. Behind him, Buddy takes his green tights off and stands there naked from the waist down. The audience is spared the details. From the rear, Emily re-enters the kitchen and sees Buddy from behind.
I almost forgot my. Oh my God! Ah!
Walter spills his coffee and turns to see Buddy from the front.
Ah!
Ah!
Exterior Manhattan later. Walking to work, Walter answers his cell phone.
Walter Hobbs.
It worked! It's you!
We intercut Buddy at home. He's shocked by the technology.
How'd you get this number?
Emily left an emergency list.
Is there an emergency?
There's a horrible sound coming from the evil box by the window, and it sounds like this.
Walter's ear is trashed before he can pull the phone away.
It's not evil. It's the radiator. The heat makes noise when it comes on.
No, it's not. Wait. Yes, it is. You are right. Everything's fine.
I'm hanging up now.
Okay, I love you. I'll call you in 5 minutes. I love you. Bye.
You don't need to call me, buddy, okay?
Good idea. You call me.
Okay, I'm hanging up.
I have a present for you when you get home.
I'm hanging up.
I love you.
Exterior of the Upper West Side private school later. Dozens of kids stream out of school. Michael is in the middle of the crowd when he hears his name from across the street.
Michael!
He looks over and sees Buddy cutting through traffic.
Oh, man.
It's me, your brother. Hey, Michael!
Kids start to notice and begin laughing. Michael can't bear it. Michael
Michael,
walks
wake
away,
up!
ignoring Buddy.
Michael!
Exterior of Central Park later. Michael's walking through the park. Buddy trails 12 feet behind, sort of hiding behind trees, but not really. Michael finally turns and confronts him.
Leave!
How about I leave, and then you count to 10, and you come find me?
This isn't a game, Spaz. Leave now. For real.
You really want me to leave?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'll leave then. I'm sorry.
Just then, a snowball whacks Michael in the shoulder. From the edge of the ravine, we see a big bunch of jackass wannabe teenagers look down at them and laugh.
Oh, no. These guys are bad news. We better get out of here.
Thump. Michael gets hit in the head.
Ow! Peanut brittle! Son of a nutcracker!
Now a barrage of snowballs rain down upon them, and they dive behind a fallen tree trunk as snow missiles rip into the barricade.
Dive!
There are too many of them.
We can do this. Make as many snowballs as you can.
Michael quickly sculpts 2 snowballs. We pan back to see Buddy has already rounded out a pile of 30.
Ready?
Yeah.
From a wide shot, we can't see Buddy, but we can see the snowball shooting out of his bunker like a machine gun. A Nolan Ryan fastball every 1.5 seconds. A series of targets explode with precision as this blur of snowballs hits guts, butts, nuts, and faces. The kid raises a snowball, and it immediately explodes out of his hand. This is the one thing Buddy's actually better at than hockey. Michael stands to launch one, exposing himself.
No!
Michael is frozen with shock as a huge kid winds up and releases a snowball right at him. Buddy fires a snowball that hits the incoming snowball, exploding both of them in midair like a Patriot missile. They both sit, panting.
He's bunkered in! I'm gonna flank around from the east. If I don't make it, tell my dad I love it.
Buddy jumps and charges, and now Michael follows. Buddy descends upon the guy, launching a flurry of snow. The guy finally raises his arms and steps up it slowly in surrender. Buddy looks at the guy with his arms up, then winds up and explodes a snowball off his chest at close range.
Ow! Hey, I said he surrendered.
What does surrender mean?
Later in Walter's office, we see Walter doing some paperwork. He hits the intercom.
Can you bring me a bottle of water, please?
Fulton Greenway is on his way in.
Fulton Greenway. Walter immediately loses the blood in his face.
Fulton Greenway. Why didn't you tell me?
He just showed up. What size water?
When's he coming in?
Now.
What do you mean now?
I mean now. What size water?
Walter buttons
Oh, sorry.
checks his reflection for nose hairs. Oh, that's okay.
Hobbs! Oh, I'm sorry. I spoke for someone else. My bad.
I haven't said anything for like half an hour. Hobbs, Parker, whatever your name is.
Fulton Greenway, the cutthroat-looking owner of the company, enters the office. This guy owns Greenway Press, among other things.
Fulton, what a great surprise.
I haven't seen you since the retreat. You're looking good.
Thanks. You too. So, what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, to be honest, I got a call from my niece.
Your niece. I don't think I've met her.
She's 6.
Fulton tosses the puppy and the pigeon, the flawed book from earlier, onto Walter's desk. Uh-oh.
She must know how a certain puppy and a certain pigeon escaped the clutches of a certain evil witch who's a threat or a menace.
Believe me, we've already started looking at new printers. This one's obviously gotten sloppy.
Greenway holds up the proof, signed by Walter.
Maybe it isn't the printer who's gotten sloppy, Parker, Hobbs.
What a disaster, huh? 25 years in publishing, never seen anything like it. Well, I guess you can't bat 1,000, right?
Fulton Greenway nods skeptically. Walter adjusts in his seat.
I got news for you. Even if those 2 pages were in there, that book still would have sucked. I read it. I tell you, I wish all the pages were missing. You know what I'd replace them with? Pictures of Spider-Man. I need pictures of Spider-Man. Have you seen the numbers from this quarter?
Come along with the J.K. Simmons.
You broke Sam. Way to go. You broke Sam.
That should be coming in today.
They're in.
That good, huh?
A pigeon and a friggin' puppy is taken hard, Hobbs. It doesn't have any pictures of Spider-Man at all. My people estimate we'll be posting a -8 for this quarter. A -8 cannot happen, Parker.
Well, we'll bounce back. We always do.
We're not gonna bounce back. We're gonna get a new book before the end of the quarter.
Before the end of the quarter?
I'll be back in town on the 24th, and at that time, I'd love some pictures of Spider-Man, and to hear in great detail exactly what your new plans are for this new book.
On Spider-Man? But that's Christmas Eve.
And?
Hey, no problem. It'll be fun to have you in the loop.
Okay, great.
Inside Gimbel's later that day, Buddy and Michael are goofing around inside Gimbel's. Buddy pegs him with a dodgeball. Michael laughs and pegs him back.
Hey, look at this. It's a big mosquito.
Sorry, when they said pegs, I was thinking about something else.
It didn't
What's a mosquito?
Girl, we all were. We know.
I'm like, wait a minute.
A mosquito, they land on your arm and then stick their needle face through your skin, suck your blood out, and then fly away.
That's a scary toy.
It's not just a toy. They're real. They're everywhere in the summer.
Oh my God.
Exterior of Gimbel's. They leave the toy section and walk toward the Santa land that Buddy built. We see the sign has been awkwardly changed to Welcome Santa, Love Gimbel's.
I wish Dad were here.
Why?
He's the greatest dad in the world.
Are you kidding? He's the worst dad in the world.
What do you mean?
All he does is work.
Working is fun.
Not the way he does it. All he cares about is the money. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about anybody.
Well, he is on the naughty list.
And now we spot Jovi from a distance. She looked adorable before, but this time we're serious.
You like her?
Like who?
The girl you're staring at.
Yes.
Why don't you ask her out?
Out where?
Meanwhile, Jovi has spotted Buddy. She gives him a shy wave, and now she's walking over to them.
We should leave. I need to leave.
Don't leave, ask her out.
Out?
On a date, to eat food.
Food.
If she says yes, you're in. It's like a secret code girls have.
Oh, look who it is.
Hi, Jovi. This is...
Michael has ditched out. Buddy's on his own.
That's my brother Michael over there.
I was wondering if I'd see you again. So, did Gimbals give you your job back?
No, but it worked out pretty good. They gave me a restraining order.
You really should get out of here.
But I really wanted to see you. You're beautiful, and I feel warm when I'm around you, and you make my tongue swell up.
Jovi's embarrassed.
You are the weirdest guy I've ever met in my entire life.
Weird, like good?
I haven't decided.
So, do you want to eat food?
Do I want to eat food?
You know, the code.
I just took my lunch break.
Oh, right. I follow.
But I'm free Thursday night.
A wry smile slowly breaks across Buddy's face, and then he suddenly explodes.
Yes!
Interior of the Hobbs living room at night. Walter enters and sees Buddy and Michael as they hoist an enormous 14-foot tall Christmas tree into the corner. It scrapes the ceiling as they wedge it in place.
What the hell is that?
A Christmas tree.
A Christmas tree?
Buddy chopped it down in the park.
Buddy smiles at Walter. Walter does not smile back. Inside Walter and Emily's bedroom moments later, Walter and Emily are having a heated discussion. Mutely.
Everyone gets a name today. Ew.
Shit. I don't know what you're so worked about. They're just having a little fun.
Fun? Felonies are fun now. I thought felonies were felonies.
Okay, the tree was bad, but we'll plan another one. But at least Michael's happy for once. It's amazing what a little attention will do.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you haven't exactly been there for him lately. He's a kid, Walter. He's not going to raise himself.
Oh, so let's allow a deranged elf man to raise him. Great idea. Maybe we should pull Michael out of school so they can commit felonies full time.
I think you're jealous.
Jealous? Of Buddy? The man is wearing tights.
Inside the living room, Buddy uses a drill to secure the trunk to the floor. He then stands at a distance, like a high jumper, holding a star for the top of the tree in hand. Point of view, he eyes a mini trampoline, then the top of the tree, and now looks at the star in his hand. This has bad news written all over it.
Are you sure about this? Maybe we can get a ladder.
A ladder? What's fun about a ladder? Ready? Watch!
Buddy runs, hits the trampoline, launches himself way off target, shooting a sharp angle into the nearest wall. Bam! He falls behind the couch and out of sight.
Okay. Got a quarter.
Inside the bedroom.
What was that noise?
It sounded like Buddy slamming into the wall and falling behind the couch.
That guy's a liability. There's no way we're leaving him alone here tomorrow. He'll trash the place. Maybe you should take tomorrow off and, watch him.
I can't just take off of work, Walter. I have to be upstate for a budget meeting.
Well, I can't stay home. One bad pitch away from getting fired.
Why don't you take him to work with you?
Take him to work with me?
Yeah, I bet he'd love it.
Absolutely never.
Smash. Cut to the interior of Walter's office the next day. The elevator door dings open to reveal Walter and Buddy. Buddy sports a new suit. He looks every bit the professional as he enters with his father.
Drew.
Hey, Walter.
Hey, Jack.
Jack?
Another coworker, number 2, nods hello.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. I love that dress. Purple. It's purpley.
How's it going, Walter?
Hello, Francisco.
Hey, Francisco. That's fun to say. Francisco.
Could you at least lose that damn hat?
I like the hat. I could try, but I really like it.
Inside Hobbs's office, Walter sits down at his scattered desk. Deb follows him in with his morning cup of coffee.
Thanks, Deb.
Good morning, Deb. You have a very pretty face. You should be on a Christmas card.
Thank you.
She leaves. Walter watches as Buddy grabs 10 different books and immediately decides they're boring.
Francisco.
We're cutting down on your sugar intake.
Why is your name on the door?
I bought that door. My name's there so no one else steals it.
Is that a joke, Dad?
Yes.
This is your office, isn't it?
Well, how about that? He's understanding sarcasm.
So what are we going to build?
This really isn't that kind of work.
The phone rings. Buddy beats Walter to it.
Buddy the elf, what's your favorite color?
Walter hangs up the phone.
Please don't touch anything. Listen, Buddy, have you ever seen a mailroom before?
A mailroom? No.
Mail from all over the world gets sorted all in one place, and some of the bins are shiny.
Inside the mailroom, moments later, yelling voices, loud machinery, and blaring hip-hop fill the place. Wait, what? I don't like that.
We're just gonna skip past that line. Skip past it.
I don't like that either.
I read it too. John Favreau, what did you do? Skip that line. Skip that line.
The elevator dings open to reveal Buddy alone and frightened. The floor manager, Chuck, spots Buddy.
You, Buddy. Come on out of the elevator then.
Floor manager leads Buddy over to the main work area.
Welcome to the pit.
Trey, an enormous, bald African-American man, and Craig, a bald, wiry kid with a neck tattoo, stop their sorting and look up at Buddy with threatening glares.
Over here is the trench. The mail comes out of the shooter. You scan and find the floor each piece is moving to. Put her in the canister, shove her up the tube with the same number. Got it?
Yeah. I like tubes and canisters and numbers. This place reminds me of Santa's workshop, except here it smells like mushrooms. And nobody's smiling.
Inside the conference room, it's a writers' meeting. The three writers, Eugene, Husky, and Morris, sit around a table with Walter.
All right. So we've got Greenway coming in tomorrow. Where are we at?
Well, Husky and I were brainstorming, and we've got some stuff that I think could be pretty big.
You're gonna love this.
I heard it already, and I think it's fantastic.
Okay, great. Let's hear it.
Picture this. We bring in Miles Finch.
The Miles Finch.
The Golden Ghost.
We bring him in.
He's written more classics than Dr. Seuss. It may not be easy, but I think it's worth a shot.
So let me get this straight. You guys are pitching me the idea of another writer?
Yeah.
Miles Finch.
Walter looks like he's about to get angry, but then...
I like it.
Interior of the Greenway Press mailroom. This is Buddy at his best. He stuffs and launches mail into tubes with incredible speed and efficiency. No one's ever seen anything like it. Almost without noticing, Buddy begins singing to himself.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
He feels Trey's stares and catches himself. He turns to find a stone-cold glare.
A partridge in a pear tree.
Inside the conference room, Walter and the writers are huddled around a speakerphone.
My favorite book of yours has to be Gus's Pickles. It was existential, yet so accessible.
It's just a thrill to be talking to you on our speakerphone.
So what do you think? Can you fly in tomorrow morning?
A beat, and then Miles Finch's voice comes over the speakerphone, mysterious and brilliant.
For every Tyrion Lannister fan out there, I'll give you 5 hours tomorrow, not a minute more.
Great.
I'd like a black S500 to receive me at the airport. I need the interior of that car to be 71 degrees.
We can do that.
Walter, there's a situation downstairs.
I'm sorry. What? Hello?
Deb, hang up. Miles, stay on.
I do not hold. Do not put me on hold.
You have a problem in the mailroom?
What's going on?
Do not talk. Deb, please hang up.
That's it. I'm gone.
Miles, wait.
Dramatic pause. Is he gone?
I'll be there tomorrow. 71 degrees.
He clicks off.
Sir, check in the mailroom.
Okay. I'm going to the stupid mailroom.
Inside the mailroom, moments later, Buddy's singing has spread like wildfire. The whole mailroom is now singing a beautiful rendition of the 12 Days of Christmas. Everyone is circled around, cheering and singing.
11 pipers piping.
10 lords are leaping.
9 ladies dancing.
8 maids are milking.
6 geese a laying.
5 golden rings.
Reveal,
Yeah.
Walter is watching this display. The workers begin to notice Walter standing. One by one, they stop until Buddy is left to continue alone.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to.
Buddy notices his dad and smiles. Walter does not. Sorry about her. Outside Jovi's apartment at night,
Precious
Buddy
baby.
walks up to the buzzer panel until he finds the name Jovi Davis. He presses the buzzer. It scares the hell out of him. He jumps back and then is frightened to death as he is confronted by the sight of a display window full of roasted ducks, still sporting heads. Jovi steps out.
You look miraculous.
Miraculous. Thanks. So, what do you feel like doing?
I have a few ideas.
Well, I'm up for anything.
Really?
Sure.
Inside a coffee shop at night, Jovi sits blindfolded at the counter as Buddy sets up a cup of coffee before her.
Don't look. Just reach out and take a sip.
What are you doing?
She takes a sip.
Well,
It tastes like a crappy cup of coffee.
ha ha!
He removes the blindfold.
Oh, it's a Stiegel. It is a crappy cup of coffee.
Exterior of Midtown Manhattan later. Buddy is running around and around a revolving door, loving every moment. Jovi watches, confused, smirking slightly as others wait and grow annoyed with him. Exterior of Manhattan by night. Buddy pulls her by the arm.
Check out the size of this!
He shows her a pine tree decorated for Christmas.
Can you believe it?
Come with me.
Outside Rockefeller Center later, Jovi leads him around the corner. Buddy sees the giant Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center for the first time.
Wow, that looks wondrous.
They share their first genuine smile. Outside the ice rink later, Buddy and Jovi are skating, having fun. Jovi accidentally slides, bumping Buddy. Buddy bumps her back. She bumps him back harder. It escalates until she checks him off his feet. They fall to the ice together, Jovi on top, nose to nose. They look into each other's eyes, and Buddy abruptly plants a kiss on Jovi's cheek.
Sorry,
You missed.
I missed.
Yeah.
With that, she leans in and kisses him full on the mouth. Buddy's heart fills his whole chest. We dissolve to the interior of a conference room the next day. Walter and the riders sit in silence, waiting. Walter checks his watch. Still waiting.
I sure hope that car is 71 degrees.
Exterior of Manhattan. The door swings open with a purpose. Reveal, Buddy, the morning after. Steps into the doorframe like Elvis, a changed man. We follow him down the street. Buddy's not skipping, he's skipping. Inside the conference room, Walter and the riders continue to wait. There's a lot of nervous hand-wringing. In the hallway, we see only the shoes of the infamous Miles Finch march through the company, echoing through the halls. We see some of the workers' reactions. This is epic. Inside the conference room, there's more nervous waiting.
Should have brought my camera.
More silence. And then...
All right, let's do this.
Reveal, Miles Finch is 4 feet tall. He may be very small, but in this business, he's a monster.
Miles, thanks so much for coming. We're all big fans. I'm Walter. We spoke on the phone.
Yeah, great. Let's get the taken care of so we can get started.
Walter pulls out a small manila envelope stacked with cash and slides it across the table. The 3 other riders watch it slide across, moving their heads like a tennis match, until Miles stops it with his hand. Miles checks the money and tucks it into his vest pocket.
Okay, cool. So what have you guys got so far?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, we were thinking something like this. We open on a young tomato. He's been through some tough times on the farm.
No tomatoes, too vulnerable. Kids are already vulnerable.
That's what we were kind of thinking.
And
VeggieTales.
And no farms. Everyone's pushing small town rural. Any farm book will just be white noise.
Okay, well, we don't have much time. Do you have any ideas?
Well, there was the one time I brought a jackass and a honeycomb into a brothel, but I've got 5 or 6 strong starts. I'm sure we can pull something solid together, no problem. There's one idea I'm especially psyched about. It's one of those ideas where you're just like, yes!
What is it?
I'll start with the cover, okay? Picture this.
Sicily, 19...
Yes! I was gonna say that! No! Picture this,
Walter is still fixated on Miles, waiting for his golden ticket. Finally, he snaps out of it and looks at Buddy.
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it!
Not now, buddy. Why don't you go back to the pit? I'll come visit you later, okay?
Buddy goes to leave, but before he does, he notices a 4-foot-tall Miles Finch.
You didn't tell me you had elves working here.
Boy, you are hilarious, my friend.
So what are you saying, Miles? Let's get back to the book.
Okay, at the top of the cover is the title.
Boy, the candy canes here in New York just don't measure up to elf standards, do they?
Gee whiz, we're all laughing our butts off.
Buddy, please, just go in the basement.
Do you guys have an elf hockey league here? I'm just curious.
Hey, Jackweed, I may be little, but I get more action in a week than you've had your whole life. And if this is Tyrion, definitely true. I've got houses in LA, Hawaii, Vail, and Paris with a 70-inch plasma screen in each one of them. So I suggest you have that friggin' smile off your face before I bite it off. You feeling strong, friend? Call me Elf one more time.
Boy, he's an angry elf.
Miles suddenly attacks. Buddy tries to avoid him, but Miles is surprisingly strong, flipping Buddy over the table. Now out of nowhere, Buddy winds up like Popeye and decks him across the face. Buddy looks at his own fist in horror.
What have I done?
This gives Miles permission to deliver 5 quick hockey punches to the face. Buddy is down for the count. Miles stands victorious and grabs his coat.
All of you can kiss my vertically challenged ass.
Miles takes the envelope of money out of his jacket and pretends to toss it on the table, pump faking. Then he returns it to his vest pocket and walks out.
Miles, wait.
South Pole elf.
Buddy rubs his chin and stands to face his father.
You're really red.
Damn it, buddy. This time you really did it. Get the hell out of here.
Where do you want me to go?
Go anywhere. I don't care if you're crazy. I don't care if you're an elf. I don't care if you're my son. Just stay out of my life.
This one stings hard. Buddy runs off, upset like never before. Later, we see an exterior of Manhattan. There are quick cuts of Buddy walking through the city, devastated. Later, inside Walter's office, Walter is stressed, rubbing his face, pulling his hair out on the phone. He's losing his career, and now he knows he's hurt Buddy.
I can't really talk right now.
Interior of Emily's office.
You're going to be home for dinner, aren't you? I mean, it's Christmas Eve.
It looks like it's going to be a late one.
Do you want to send Buddy home?
Oh, we'll talk about it later. I gotta go, okay?
Suddenly, the three riders rush in. Walter hangs up.
Walter, huge news. The cleaning man just found this.
What is it?
Husky hands over a black journal and Walter flips through it.
Miles Finch's notebook. He left it in the conference room. There's 3 great pitches in the first page alone.
Plus, we've got all of his doodle squiggles all over the back cover. We're not sure what they mean, but they're probably gold.
I say we go with the first pitch in there. It's a slam dunk.
I agree. Home run.
Monster.
How much time do we have?
45.
Let's get some storyboards ready.
Inside Hobbs' apartment at night, Buddy steps out of the closet. A reveal, he's wearing his elf suit again. Never before has an elf looked so sad. Buddy sits at the table and unfurls some long paper. He dips a quill pen into some ink and writes in perfect calligraphy. We hear Buddy's voice as he writes.
I'm sorry I ruined your lives and crammed 11 cookies in the VCR. I don't belong here. I don't belong anywhere. I will never forget you. Love, Buddy.
Buddy sets down the scroll and now, as if sealing it, sets his snow globe down on the crease. Buddy walks out into the night. Exterior of the street, in his elf suit, Buddy trudges through the stormy New York night. The wind viciously blows. Buddy walks against it, the snow blowing into him. Inside the Hobbs apartment later, Michael comes home carrying a bunch of presents. He looks around the empty house.
Buddy?
Inside the Greenway press conference room later, Fulton Greenway and his crew sit at the end of the conference room looking sharp as a tack. Walter is at the other end, looking even sharper.
Now, as you know, we need pictures of Spider-Man and also a big launch fast. Get this company back on track. So I think I speak for my fellow board members when I say, this better be good, Parker, Hobbs.
Walter smiles, then rechecks his storyboards, beaming.
I'm confident, sir. You will not be disappointed.
Let's hear it then.
My pleasure. We'll start with a cover, okay? Picture this.
Dad!
Walter turns. His son Michael is standing in the room.
Michael?
Buddy left.
What?
Michael holds up the calligraphy scroll that Buddy wrote. Everyone is confused.
He wrote this note. He left his snow globe. He's gone.
Okay, listen. Let me finish this meeting and we'll figure this out, okay?
Finish your meeting? How'd I know you were going to say that?
Michael turns to leave, furious. Walter is torn.
Michael, wait.
Michael stops in his tracks, giving his dad a chance, hopeful.
Mr. Greenway, we have to reschedule this.
Don't have time to reschedule. I want to hear that damn thing now. Son, this has to wait.
No, it doesn't. We'll do this some other time, Mr. Greenway.
This isn't happening. You're gonna sit in that chair and pitch me a hit freaking book with pictures of Spider-Man now.
Mr. Greenway, with all due respect, kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass too.
Hey.
Interior of the Greenway Press hallway. Walter and Michael walk down the hall triumphantly together.
If you walk out, Hobbs, you can never come back to Greenway. I'm gonna fire you. Then I'm gonna hire you back again so I can fire you again. And then I'm gonna push you down and stomp on you like papaya. Okay, bye.
Exterior of the 59th Street Bridge at night. Buddy's on the bridge looking down, contemplating the worst of all possible conclusions. Waves crash and churn far below. Exterior of Central Park West. Walter and Michael are walking fast, searching, half jogging, losing hope. Where is Buddy? Back on the bridge, Buddy closes his eyes tight, then looks up, a tear streaming down his cheek. Suddenly, something catches his eye. A distant point with a glowing trail of smoke. Buddy narrows his eyes to see as the point grows as it approaches. It slowly reveals itself to be Santa's sleigh, tangled with reindeer, fishtailing and crashing.
Santa!
Meanwhile, Walter's facing away from the park. In the sky behind him is the diving sled. Michael sees this all. His face is aglow.
Oh my God.
What was that?
In shock, without a word, Michael takes off running toward the park.
What happened? Michael, wait up!
Exterior of Santa's crash site. Buddy, running, frantic, comes upon Santa's sleigh in the distance. The reindeer peacefully graze as Santa struggles with the smoking sleigh. The landing looks to have been rough as the sleigh has dug a deep 50-foot-long trench in the snow and dirt. Santa frantically attempts to repair the problem with his head hidden under a hood panel. Smoke rises.
Santa!
Santa jumps out from under the hood, clutching a tire iron.
Back off, Slick.
He then recognizes him.
Buddy? Is that you, Buddy?
Are you okay?
Boy, am I glad to see you. The clausometer suddenly dropped down to 0. There's almost no Christmas spirit in New York. The strain was too much. The engine broke 3 of the mounts. I needed elf's help.
But I'm not an elf, Santa. I can't do anything right.
Buddy, you're more of an elf than anyone I've ever met, and the only one who I would have working on my sleigh.
Really?
Really? Will you fix the engine for me, Buddy, now that you're useful?
I will. Papa taught me how to be useful.
That's cool, I guess. You'll have to find it first. She dropped off back there a ways.
Buddy runs off into the woods. Inside Jovi's apartment, Jovi walks out of the kitchen as a New York One drones quietly on the TV. It features a breaking news story set in Central Park. A remote reporter is on the scene.
New York One has been unable to confirm anything, but it's obvious that something has happened in Central Park. Authorities are clearing out of the park and all entrances have been barricaded. As you can see, quite a crowd is starting to gather.
The camera pans and we see a huge crowd is gathering outside Central Park, held back by barricades and police. The female reporter steps over to a Latino man who holds his 5-year-old in his arms.
Sir, you say you were able to get a first-hand look. What happened? Tell me, what did you see?
I was walking along and saw a huge flash, and then something came swooping down.
Something? Do you mean an airplane or a helicopter?
It wasn't like that. Look, it sounds crazy, but it looked like,
He's too embarrassed.
It was Santa's sleigh.
Aren't you a cutie? This could be a big hoax. I'm now being told we have some amateur footage of a strange man dressed as an elf. Let's take a look.
On the screen, a zoomed-in, blurry image of Buddy running. He trips and falls on his face like an idiot, then scrambles up and runs into the woods, sort of like that old Bigfoot footage if he had done a faceplant. It ends in a freeze frame of Buddy's face as he looks over his shoulder. They replay the footage over and over and over and over again.
She mute V again. God damn it. Oh my god.
Exterior of the engine site in Central Park. Walter and Michael stop at a smoking object in the snow. It's Santa's missing engine.
What the?
You found it!
Michael and Walter look up to see Buddy approaching them. Michael runs to him with a hug.
Buddy, you're here.
There's something I gotta tell you guys.
No, me first. There's something I want to tell you right now. I take back everything I said. You may be a little, how do you say, chemically imbalanced, but you've been right about a lot of things. I promise you, I'm going to be making some changes in my life. I don't want you to leave. I need you. You're my son, and I love you.
They hug. This means more to Buddy than anyone could ever know.
Hey, how are we looking? We gotta move.
Who was that?
Exterior Santa's crash site. Buddy leads them to the clearing, pulling back a tree branch to reveal truth. Santa's grounded sleigh and 9 grazing reindeer. Shock and awe.
Cool.
Walter cannot yet deal with this reality. His eyes getting wider and wider. About to faint? The TV coverage.
Dick, according to authorities, the area has been cleared. Only Central Park rangers remain in this park.
Exterior of Belvedere Castle. Tracking close-up of hooves. All lined up along a ridge. 4 black mares breathe steam into the night air. Their riders are silently staring into the night. They wear black leather boots and trench coats. Chrome helmets sit atop faces shrouded in shadow. A silver eagle badge reads Central Park Rangers. They look down upon the sleigh quite a distance away.
These forces are highly trained, but rarely see action. Some have accused them of being too gung-ho when called into duty, and their crowd control tactics at a Simon and Garfunkel concert in '85 were much criticized.
Exterior of a street by night. Jovi is running down the street, heading into Central Park. Exterior of the Great Lawn. Buddy works on the engine while Walter and Michael try to wake up from this strange dream.
So, you're real.
Oh, hold this for a sec.
This is not happening.
Walter and Michael, stunned, hold up the hood.
Buddy's really an elf?
Actually, I'm adopted.
I can't believe it.
Tell me, what did you want for Christmas, Michael?
Santa pulls out a scroll. Oh, sorry.
I wanted a skateboard.
Now Santa pulls out a scroll. He points to his name in calligraphy on a thick leather-bound book. It's the list.
Not just a skateboard, a real huffboard with high 145 Thunder tracks, 52mm Spitfire classic wheels and bolts from Diamond and some Swiss bearings.
In this moment, Walter and Michael both really believe. In an extreme close-up, we see the clausometer move up a little. The sleigh shudders and rises, then falls to the ground.
What happened?
Before our Viper engine days, this thing used to run solely on Christmas spirit. You two believe in me. You made my sleigh fly.
Then fly away, quick, before they catch you.
I wish I could. I hate it here. I'm afraid I need more than the spirit of just you two.
Hold it. If you're really Santa, we can just get the news cameras in here and everyone will believe in you. Then your sleigh will fly, right?
Christmas spirit is about believing, not seeing. If the whole world saw me, all would be lost. The paparazzi have been after me for years.
Michael spots the Rangers on the crest in the distance.
Look!
They all look up in fear as the riders disappear into the woods. Buddy pulls Walter aside and Michael follows.
Santa needs your help.
But what can we do?
I got an idea.
He whispers a plan to Walter and Michael.
I like to whisper too.
An exterior of Central Park. The Rangers gallop through the darkness of the woods toward the sleigh. On the great lawn, Michael snatches the list from Santa and runs into the woods.
On my list.
Buddy stops Santa from chasing. He takes command.
Santa, let him go. You'll get it back. Now listen to me. I need you to give Walter your hat and coat.
Mrs. Claus made them for me.
Do as you're told.
Okay. Hurry. Do you have any idea what would happen to Santa Claus in prison?
Yeah.
Santa complies, and Walter dons the oversized ensemble. Exterior of the barricades. The remote reporter spots Michael running out of the trees.
A young boy was just seen come running out of the park. Let me see if I can get a comment. Did you see anything?
It's the real Santa. His sleigh can't fly because nobody believes in him.
Now, this is feeling more and more like some kind of elaborate Christmas hoax.
This isn't a stunt. It's true. Everyone out there, Santa needs us to believe. I can prove he's real. This is Santa's list.
He pulls out the list and reads.
Lynn Kessler wants a Powerpuff Girls playset. Mark Weber wants an electric guitar.
A series of cuts to Lynn and Mark, each with their eyes wide open, believing and giving Santa power. Inside the Hobbs apartment, Emily, still in her coat with groceries, is watching Michael on TV in the apartment.
Michael!
Back at Central Park, Michael reads the list into the camera.
Stan Tobias wants a power pump water rifle. Carolyn Reynolds wants a Susie Talks a Lot.
A series of cuts to Carolyn, the girl from the doctor's office at home watching on TV.
Thank you, buddy.
Dirk Lawson wants a day of pampering at Burke Williams Spa.
We cut to a rough-looking biker, 35, in a bar. His biker friends all look at him.
Must be a different Dirk Lawson.
Exterior of the barricades.
Dave Keckler wants some pony high tops.
Exterior of the barricade, the female remote reporter attempts to step in.
That's quite enough, little fella.
What's your name?
I'm Charlotte Denon.
Let me see. Charlotte Denon wants a Tiffany engagement ring and for your boyfriend to stop dragging his feet and commit already.
Oh.
Off the reporter's look, we cut to the surge in Christmas spirit makes Santa's sleigh rise a foot off the ground. We see the gauge go forward a bit.
He got power.
Santa snaps the reins. The sleigh starts to lumber forward. Buddy still struggles with the engine under the sleigh.
I don't have the engine fixed yet.
Back at the barricade, the reporter stands speechless as the anchorman talks into her earpiece. Interior of the New York One studio. The anchorman is confused.
Charlotte, we seem to be having some technical difficulty with our remote unit. Now for the weather on the ones.
Exterior of the barricade. The reporter stands staring at Michael as the lights are turned off on the remote unit.
No!
How did you know that?
I'm telling you, it's Santa. We have got to get the cameras back on. He needs our help.
This giant scene at the barricades has gone dark. The crowd offers scattered boos. Emily consoles Michael.
Let the kid read. What do I want?
The crowd stands around, confused. Jovi runs up to Michael and Emily, winded.
Where's Buddy?
He's with Santa. The sleigh won't fly. No one's believing. We need to get those cameras back on.
Jovi looks around, trying to think of a plan. Inspired, she climbs atop a horse's carriage and looks out over the crowd. She's intimidated.
Is spread Christmas cheer. Is singing loud for all to hear.
Exterior of Central Park. Walter, standing watch, sees the mounted police charging.
Fuck. Sorry.
Who's muteous now, girl?
First of all, your mama. Anyways, get out of there. They're coming. There's enough Christmas spirit to start moving.
Buddy jumps in. The sleigh slowly hovers forward a foot off the ground in a herky-jerky way. The mounted riders come at Walter, who wears Santa's hat and coat. He attempts to be a decoy.
Hey, I'm right over here. Ho, ho, ho. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. You got me. I surrender.
They ride right past him and after the sleigh. Outside in Central Park, Buddy and Santa swerve past trees, scraping bark and smashing branches. Santa catches a glimpse over his shoulder of the Rangers in hot pursuit.
Grab the shotgun under the seats and give them some heat. Oh, ho, 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 kill them.
What?
A joke, buddy. Lighten up. Listen, there's barely enough magic to make this thing move. Keep working on the engine. And then
Are you
kill
Krampus
them.
or Santa?
Yes is the answer.
Prize melon farmer.
Yeah.
Outside the barricade, above the huge crowd that is gathered at the barricade, we see Jovi standing on top of a car roof. Timidly, she begins singing, her sweet voice crackling with fear.
Better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why.
Walter finally arrives. He joins his family watching Jovi.
He wasn't lying.
Merry Christmas.
They hug. Outside in Central Park, Buddy, risking his life, working on the engine at high speed. Smoke and sparks billow out. Santa struggles to maintain control. They hit a bump and some toys fly out of the back. A jack-in-the-box rattles by Buddy, popping open.
I did
He's
I
screaming
didn't
and
hear
getting
you.
excited.
It froze. They find themselves blocked by a giant fountain with the Rangers close behind.
I almost got it.
Heating power now.
Buddy tweaks the engine. It howls to life, and the surge of power blows the sleigh 40 feet into the air, clearing the fountain.
Yes, I did it. I'm the greatest adopted elf in the whole wide world.
Good job, buddy.
Good job, buddy.
But now the belly of the coach nails the winged statue atop the fountain, yanking the whole engine back out of the sleigh.
Bad
The
job,
machine
buddy.
whirls and shoots off the trees. The engineless sleigh crashes down to the bricks.
That's it. With no engine, we're toast. Ho, 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 ho.
Cut to the exterior of the barricade.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
Emily is the first to join in, and now Michael sings too, and now some others.
He knows when you're awake.
He
knows
if you've been
And bad or coming. Goodness sake.
Oh, we gotta do it again in like 5 seconds.
Still with some spirit power, the sleigh scrapes along the paved mall, sending sparks showering into the night air as the horses close in. Exterior of the barricade, the whole crowd sings. The remote reporter sees this and puts her finger to her earpiece.
Dick, come back to remote 3. I think I've got something here.
He
knows
knows
this.
if you've Nailed it. Nailed it.
Back on.
Nailed it.
Remote truck's lights pop back on. Again, the scene is aglow.
Charlotte, back at Central Park. Although we're still unclear about what led to this holiday rally, hundreds of New Yorkers have spontaneously gathered together and broken out into song. A curious Christmas Eve, to say the least. Let's listen in.
Brief cuts around the city. The broadcast is being watched. We see the mailroom guys in a bar singing along in perfect harmony. The 3 writers are singing. The doctor is singing. The guards from the Empire State Building are singing. The teenagers who threw snowballs sing. The elf manager from Gimbal sings with coworkers.
Hey, do what you want. I ain't singing a damn thing.
Exterior of the moving sleigh. Santa's sleigh is being railroaded right into the barricades. No steering, no lift. Up in the distance, we see they're headed for a collision. As Emily and Michael sing along outside the barricade, Michael looks up at Walter and notices something peculiar. He busts his father.
Wait, you're not singing.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're just moving your lips.
Michael, please, I have a terrible voice.
Dad?
Then, in spite of himself, Walter belts out the chorus in such an awful voice it draws looks from the singers around him. As the bad notes rise into the chilly night air,
Santa Claus is coming to town.
in an exterior shot of the moving sleigh, Walter singing somehow does the trick. The clausometer shoots to the max. A dash light blinks ho, ho, ho as the gauge hits the red zone. Santa howls in approval. The sleigh flies up into the night air and over the barricade, reporters and onlookers. The Rangers slide to a stop, foiled at last. As the shadow of the sleigh zips high over them, the whole crowd joins in, singing their hearts out. Jovi can't believe it. She sings even stronger. A voice booms out from a mysterious silhouette into the magical winter night.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Santa's sleigh whips down 6th Avenue and into the Manhattan night sky, and silhouettes against the moon. A freeze frame.
And so, with little help, Buddy managed to save Christmas.
Back at the Hobbs apartment on Christmas Day, Walter, Michael, Buddy, Emily, and Jovi sit happily gathered around their Christmas tree, wrapping paper everywhere.
And his spirits saved a lot of other people, too. It was quite a Christmas and quite a New Year.
Inside Walter's new company, Walter is stenciling the name Hobbs Publishing.
Walter started his own independent publishing company. His first book was written by a brand new, critically acclaimed children's author.
Inside Gimbals, the elf book from the beginning of the movie is Buddy's. He's doing a book signing, and the place is packed.
The book was called Elf, a fictional story about an adopted elf named Buddy who was raised in the North Pole. Went to New York, ate spaghetti, worked in a shiny mailroom, and eventually saved Christmas.
Buddy and Walter ice skate together at Rockefeller Center in the middle of the night.
And every year on Christmas Day, after all the presents are opened by children around the world, Buddy and his dad make up for lost time.
Buddy still tries to hold his hand. Walter slaps it away. Insert, we see an elfish hand applying whiteout to Walter's name on the list.
Walter even made the jump from naughty to nice.
Inside Papa's workshop.
And as for me, I can't complain. Buddy comes up to visit from time to time.
Rapid fire finale of Buddy slamming his head into doorways, beams, and cabinets.
Ow! Yikes! Golly! Charles Dickens! Son of a gnome! Fiddlesticks! Snow flickers!
Inside
Melon
Papa Elf's
farmers!
workshop. Inside Papa Elf's workshop, Jovi, in real elf clothes, sets a pitcher of milk in front of Papa Elf. She sits beside Buddy, who cradles a newborn baby in his arms, wearing a pink elf hat that says Susie. This is the last image of the movie and also the last image of the book. It freezes and now becomes a drawing. We pull out to see that it's the last page of Buddy's elf book, which is magically flips closed. We're back in the bookstore from the very first scene. A little kid grabs the book out of the window. Fade to black.
We did it!
We
did it,
it. Oh, that was amazing, y'all. All right, going in reverse order, and then we are going to be shutting this stream off and having our holiday party. I want to start by thanking our helpful elves, Ginger and Mona, covering all the parts.
Woo!
I want to thank Jonathan as the best adopted brother ever, Michael. The snowballs were amazing. I shouldn't be surprised, but it was amazing. As Emily, and I also forgot to point out that Mary Steenburgen is in this movie and Happiest Season. We're talking about that. Michelle.
Woo! Woo!
Papa Elf. Sean. Once also causing havoc in the comments again.
I'll drink to that. Almond.
Mona.
Oh,
God. Our Santa Claus and Luke, you're the MVP of this. You
swear.
friggin' killed this. Yeah, that's why.
And Spider-Man.
That and making Jim headcanon Yiddish now, like something out of a Mel Brooks movie. Amazing. Brother Daniel, thank you again, as always, for narrating. It's so great. Thank you for editing a slightly low-key racist script in real time.
I tried. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
Thank you.
It's not your fault. If you didn't write it, you edited it.
No, I mean, I'm sorry. I felt like I didn't get all of them, and I'm sorry.
It's close
No,
enough.
you're good.
Close enough. I was your
We
romantic.
tried.
I was your romantic lead who was muted for half the time in my singing.
Mute V.
And,
Yay!
and our other MVP tonight, Kelsey, just doing the role she was
Here, here.
Alex Alex my favorite.
Hold
So
Wait.
We forgot someone entirely here.
I'm getting to Sam.
Person.
I'm getting. Oh, I thought you just had tuned out for verses. Yep, here she goes.
Oh.
Y'all give it up for
We're gonna
Sam
these
for real.
submissions.
Give it up for
It's
Sam.
Dad.
First of all,
First of all,
just a bit. No, I was gonna say because give it up for you because I know how hard it is to fake bad singing, and after doing karaoke with you,
Look,
Do you though?
it's bad enough I'm doing this for free.
Oh!
Now you want me to sing bad. Shit.
Ginger,
Coming in with a hot take.
yeah.
In 2021, I'm gonna have a whole writer. Like
Mhm.
Oh God.
I'm gonna have
Drink
some,
your juice, Shelby.
I'm gonna have some expectations.
What was our final total before I cut the YouTube portion of this?
I just want to make absolute sure. I
Carry
believe
the
it's,
one.
I believe it's gonna be 390, but let me make sure. 390. Whoop,
Ooh,
yay, yay.
So great.
awesome.
Thank you all for tuning in, donating. It's been a lot of fun this year. We will see you next year on
Yay!
what was it, the 6th for Steel Magnolias?
The night.
9th. I knew it was the
One of those sexy numbers.
It's the same night as the rescheduled Ashanti versus Keisha Cole.
so you're gonna have
So
your
there's
earphones and
gonna-
doing
so
verses
yeah.
again.
Hey, multitasking.
Yes. Just make sure you muted when you do that because I could hear it every once in a while. I'm like, I don't remember this music being in Elf.
Y'all, E40,
Maybe
a
Walter
little,
likes rap.
right? A little E40, a little too short. Never hurt nobody.
True.
Okay.
So we're cutting our stream off, y'all, and going to have fun with
Merry
our
Christmas!
Merry
Merry Christmas, Happy
Merry
Hanukkah,
Christmas.
Kwanzaa.